The story begins with the shyness of Da-hee. "Thank you for saving me," the boy with hair firmly replied. "Nothing, I just did what I should do." She leaned toward him, gently caring. "You must be hungry, and it is late too." After that, Da-hee shyly invited, "Do you want to come to my house, eat ramen?" However, he politely refused. "No need, I am fine," but still advised her, "Eating late is not good." Hearing that, her face drooped in disappointment. "All right, see you at school tomorrow." Seeing this ending, Kang Lim could not help but be surprised. Really, he is serious. What is wrong with the main character? Na Kang Lim is a second-year high school student. At this moment, he is lying comfortably watching movies, feeling very disappointed. Really cannot understand. What trash? Why are the main characters always like this? From that episode, it unintentionally attracted a lot of readers' frustration. A series of mixed comments arose. "I bet this guy has a problem." Below was another person. "What do you expect from this idiot? Eat late is not. This guy is serious." Fans of Da-hee lost hope in just a moment. After reading everything, Kang Lim could only sigh helplessly. Fans of Da-hee lost hope because of this scene. Seconds later, he suddenly sat up and declared, "I have not lost hope yet. I have even thought about dating and marriage." Kang Lim shouted firmly, "How can I give up?" At the same time, Min Jeong suddenly opened the door and snapped, "Hey!" Na Min Jeong is his younger sister, currently a first-year high school student. She frowned, visibly annoyed. "Shut up please, I can hear your voice from my room. You made me so embarrassed while talking to my friend. Can you please be quiet?" Seeing her attitude, Kang Lim lowered his voice, "I am sorry, but the way you talk to your brother like that." Before he could finish, Min Jeong slammed the door, making him complain. "This girl." Kang Lim lay flat on the bed, sighing in frustration. "How can I wait until next week? I am out of cookies. I have to delete, download again, and create a new account." Suddenly, a comment appeared defending the red-haired main character. "If you are good, then be the main character. I like his innocence more." After reading it, Kang Lim wondered, who is this guy? He lay thinking for a while. "If I could just dislike it first, only if I had the looks." Seconds later, Kang Lim suddenly jumped up. He started styling himself and admiring, looking at himself in the mirror. "Maybe I look decent too." In addition, Kang Lim punched the air a few times. "Maybe I can even fight if I try." Being too excited, he accidentally swung hard into the chair arm. The intense pain came, making Kang Lim unable to close his mouth. Hearing that, Min Jeong shouted loudly, "Shut up." Scene changed to the classroom. Everyone was chatting lively. Shin Yong-soo, second-year high school, characteristic delusional. He crossed his arms and smirked. "Good morning, my subordinate, Na Kang Lim." Seeing Yong-soo full of energy, he immediately noticed. "You are in a good mood today," he arrogantly replied. "Of course, I finally reached platinum." Kang Lim pouted, complaining, "The match system is like lol. My team always feeds." Yong-soo pretended to brag. "I also rolled a new 3-star character goddess witch." Hearing that, he began to doubt. "You did not top up. You rolled it with just one free spin." Yong-soo adjusted his glasses, admitting, "That is right. Fate has chosen me, the chosen one." At this moment, Kang Lim sprayed hairspray all over. Surely he had used up all his luck. Then he suddenly remembered. I just remembered. Did you read yesterday's chapter?" Yong-soo confusedly asked. "Which one? Which story are you talking about?" Without hesitation, Kang Lim immediately replied, "Yesterday was Wednesday. Of course I am talking about New Thuong then." He was puzzled. "New Thuong then? What is that?" "A new story." Seeing Yong-soo's expression, he could only say, "Huh." Kang Lim helplessly explained, "I am talking about New Thuong then, you idiot. Escaping the crisis, 6 wives." He rested his chin in his hand and exclaimed, "The title is really interesting. I did not expect there to be a famous series that I did not know about." On the other hand, he began to feel annoyed. Why are you pretending not to know it? Stop joking. Didn't you say Da-hee had the most hope yesterday? Because the girl you like, Yi-rim, has not appeared for 2 months. However, Yong-soo was still dazed. "My subordinate, what are you talking about?" Suddenly, a message came from the witch's servant. "Master, save me." Yong-soo panicked. What? They are invading again. Those evil vile demons. Kang Lim froze at his attitude. Your delusion is getting worse. He still tried to draw attention. Do not give up, mythical blue dragon. With the remaining vitality I will handle this. Even so, he ignored him. How can you not know about Nu Thuong then? I will find it for you. Seconds later, Kang Lim suddenly stopped, staring. He kept wondering, why is it not in my story list, or was it removed? Kang Lim pondered, if so then everyone should be furious in the comments. There should be at least some protest here. The forum must be in chaos. Seeing his blank face, Yang Su curiously asked, let me see what story it is. After a while, the teacher entered and requested, settle down, be quiet and take your seats. She firmly announced, today we have a new transfer student. She will introduce herself as soon as she enters the class. After hearing that, everyone kept whispering. Then, the teacher spoke invitingly. Come in. As soon as they saw her, the class applauded enthusiastically. She confidently stood before the crowd and began. Hello everyone, my name is Da-hee. My father is English, so I transferred from there. I studied elementary school in Korea, so I can speak Korean quite well. The male students talked excitedly. She is so pretty. What a balanced body. Is she an idol? So she is mixed. Her skin is so beautiful. Yang Su did not care, busy searching for the story. It is not here. Hearing the pleasant voice, Kang Lim looked up in confusion. Da-hee smiled brightly and continued, of course there are still many things I do not know here, and I hope I can make friends with everyone, so do not be shy everyone. I will do my best to welcome you. Hearing that, everyone's jaws dropped in astonishment. The teacher's face turned stern and she spoke coldly. Silence, it is just the beginning of the semester, so do not overdo it and try to get along. Suddenly, he stood up and slammed the desk. Kang Lim panicked, awkwardly called out the name, Da-hee. From that moment, all the other desks turned their eyes toward him. Seeing that, Yang Su whispered, what is going on, my subordinate? Do you know the human woman from another dimension? Hearing that, Kang Lim froze in shock, sweating profusely. Do I know her? Of course I do. The name Da-hee, second year high school, blood type O, Sagittarius, knows how to play the piano. Hobbies are flower arranging and listening to classical music. Works as a photo model and a young actress. Has perfect scores in sports, academics and everything. Not only that, she is the main heroine. The main heroine in Escaping Crisis, 6 Wives. Every Wednesday Webtoon Escaping Crisis, 6 Wives. Da-hee is the female protagonist among 6 characters, and she is Kang Lim's #1 choice, so of course he knows her. He stared at Da-hee and wondered, but why are you here? Is this a prank or cosplay? What are you thinking? No, that is absurd. What is the purpose? Kang Lim stood still motionless. Unbelievable. But they really look alike and both are mixed. Seeing that, the teacher asked directly, Da-hee, do you know student Kang Lim? He was confused, not knowing what was real or fake. What is going on? Am I still sleeping? Is this a dream? Da-hee honestly answered, no, I have never met him. At 12:40 p.m., lunchtime, Yang Su softly called out, my subordinate, it is lunchtime. At that time, Kang Lim lay face down on the desk, not wanting to talk. He could only mutter to himself, unlike me, descendant of the Dragon King, your physical body needs nourishment. You have been acting strange since morning. Could it be the curse of the dark wizard? Then, Yang Su smugly said, or are you jealous of my luck? Kang Lim softly replied, no, just go. And then, he decided to put together everything that had happened. 1. The female lead of Nu Thuong then had appeared in real life, even though he thought the two of them only looked alike. 2. The comic had completely disappeared from Webtoon, as if it had never existed. He could not find anything. 3. No one but him, only he knew about the crazy thing that was happening. Later, Yang Su briefly replied, so I'll go alone. Kang Lim kept thinking, if this is not a dream or an illusion, then I'm the only one who's crazy here. He suddenly stood up with determination. Should I ask her what's going on? Would she know about this? Kang Lim secretly glanced at Da-hee and admitted, but more importantly, she was truly attractive, like looking at a celebrity. she was completely different. While playing around, she suddenly turned her head. He instantly jolted. Huh? They looked at each other. Da-hee slowly walked over, which made Kang Lim a little confused. Why is she coming here? Why? Facing such beauty, his face immediately turned red. Wait, my heart isn't ready for this. She brushed her hair and softly started a conversation. Have we met somewhere before? Kang Lim stammered. Ah, no, Da-hee laughed. Really? Why are you using such a formal tone? At that moment, his whole body felt like it was evaporating. It's been so long since the last time I talked to a girl. I'm so nervous. I wonder what happened this morning. She honestly said, I'm really not good at remembering people's faces, so I've forgotten some people from the past. Ridiculous, right? The more she spoke, the more anxiety rose in Kang Lim. Ah, you're talking about when you met Seo Yoon Young, right? She even prepared white chocolate that you like, because she was so excited after not seeing you for so long, even when you didn't remember her. He gave a wry smile and muttered to himself. This was quite an interesting scene that happened in the story. A scene that a fan of Da-hee like me had read over and over again. To this point, she still didn't understand. Huh? A second later, Da-hee was startled. Wait, wrong? How do you know that? And also that I like white chocolate. Once caught, Kang Lim immediately blamed himself. What are you saying? Na Kang Lim? So stupid. You slipped up. Kang Lim broke into a cold sweat. Seo Yoon Young was a childhood friend before she went to England. It's really strange that I know this. And so, Da-hee kept asking, how do you know Yoon Young? He panicked and tried to change the subject. Nothing. I was just talking to myself, just thinking randomly, and I also like white chocolate. The classmates nearby instead looked annoyed. Who's that? Why is he talking so much? So weird. A moment later, Da-hee seemed to realize something. Wait, you're... At that moment, Ho-chun came over and touched her shoulder. Da-hee, you haven't gone to the shop yet, right? He kindly introduced himself. I'm Kang Ho-chun, and this is Lee Jae-hoon. I was about to go there. Let's go together. This afternoon sucks. It'll be better there. Without hesitation, Da-hee immediately agreed. Really? Okay then. Even though it was their first meeting, she was still very comfortable. I've always wanted to go there once in Korea. Ho-chun eagerly replied. Really? There's no shop like that in England. Before leaving, he glared at Kang Lim. That directly made him turn pale with fear, shrinking back in self-blame. Pathetic. I overreacted. He gripped his pants tightly, filled with anxiety. I know exactly what Da-hee likes and hates. Right now, she was happily chatting with those two guys, making him even more dejected. Life sucks. As soon as he got home, Kang Lim peeked at a newly posted article. Webtoon character appears in real life. Is this serious? I was reading Webtoon as usual, and then one day I woke up and found that the female lead was a transfer student in my school. It seems no one knows that except me. That story also disappeared. I must be going crazy. Is this real? Negative comments kept popping up. Recommend me some light novels like this. What a delusional guy. Curious, he scrolled through all of them, double-clicking repeatedly, just as I thought. Kang Lim leaned back and thought, I can't even believe this is happening. Suddenly, his mother called from downstairs. Kang Lim, come down and help me. He sighed lazily. Same as always. Kang Lim's heart remained restless. I couldn't even talk to her during lunch. Am I crazy, or is the whole world crazy? While he was lost in thought, his mother shouted loudly, Na Kang Lim. Kang Lim quickly ran, coming Mom. As soon as he arrived, he scratched his back and asked, What do you need, Mom? His mother briefly replied, Go to the store and buy tomato soup. However, he lazily tried to refuse. No need, I can eat without eggs. But Min Jeong was displeased. I can't. Why don't you just go buy it? Stop wasting time playing games. Seeing the screen on TV, Kang Lim felt helpless. Damn it. You're no different from me. Why are you watching this nonsense? A while later, he had already bought the tomatoes. Thank you, dear customer. Kang Lim walked blankly in the night street. He continued to ponder. I haven't thought about this morning. But Da-hee transferring schools is chapter 1 of New Thuong then? Then he suddenly paused and guessed. Wait, that means the plot is, could it really be happening in the real world? Kang Lim frowned in confusion. What happened in chapter 1 again? It's been so long, I can't remember. And then, he comforted himself, it's probably fine. At that moment, Da-hee suddenly fell from the rooftop. The horrifying sound froze him in place. Immediately, Kang Lim turned his head to look. Everyone felt sorry, no, someone. He was shocked, eyes widened in realization. I remember now. Escaping the crisis, 6 wives, just like the title. It was a typical romance story, where the male lead saved 6 female leads from different crises. And Da-hee was the first challenge, the first stalker. Kang Lim recalled every detail. If I remember correctly, there was a confrontation with the stalker. The male lead saved Da-hee, and that's how the story began. Blood kept flowing down. He was utterly confused, unlike the webtoon. There was no male lead here, and that was when she died. Even so, he was haunted. Others quickly called for help. What should we do? 911 right. Yes, there's... That night, the sky turned dark. Kang Lim collapsed to his knees. This shouldn't have happened, just because there's no male lead. He refused to accept it. This is so unfair. Why? A girl so innocent like her. Kang Lim screamed in pain. What is this? A second later, he seemed to return to reality. The teacher frowned and asked, "What did you just say to me? Really? Unbelievable. Na Kang Lim, see me in the office after class." At that moment, he suddenly came to his senses. Kang Lim froze, not understanding what was happening. "What is this?" Yong-soo suddenly said. "You discovered the dark cult before she appeared. You are truly brave." My subordinate, everyone wondered. His friends must have thought he wasn't normal. What is he doing? And then, a scene once again repeated itself. We have a new transfer student. She will introduce herself once she enters. Come in. Just like before, Da-hee kindly spoke. "Hello everyone." She confidently introduced herself. "My name is Da-hee. My father is English, so I transferred here from there. I used to attend elementary school in Korea, so I can speak Korean quite well. There are still many things I don't know, and I hope I can be friends with everyone, so please don't be shy." Everyone. His whole body trembled in disbelief. This moment, is it real? A while later, Kang Lim realized, I've returned to this morning. Still that same smile, Da-hee sincerely said. I'll do my best to get along with everyone. The teacher helplessly reminded, that's enough, try not to get into any trouble. Then she looked at Kang Lim and said sternly, and you, the troublesome one, you're coming with me. He hurriedly explained, Teacher, there must be some misunderstanding. But she cut him off, no excuses. As he followed her, Kang Lim kept thinking, this strange situation must have a reason. Why did I travel back to this moment? It's really strange. And then, he suddenly froze. But, Kang Lim glanced secretly at Da-hee. This must be salvation. If I really return to this point in time, then that accident. He remembered the image of her lying in a pool of blood in the previous life. That didn't happen, right? Can I stop it from happening? In the teacher's office, he listened as she complained, you know, this isn't the street or your home. You're still at school, so try to behave properly. Kang Lim accepted in despair. I'll remember that. A moment later, her voice softened. At school, try to act properly. Actually, he was lost in his own thoughts. But saving the female lead Da-hee from death, isn't that the male lead's job? Kang Lim wondered, or maybe my words became reality, just because of what I said that day. He set that thought aside, it didn't matter. This was the real world. Kang Lim mechanically replied to the teacher, I'm sorry, while thinking to himself, do you think I'd let my favorite female lead die like that? He looked serious and made up his mind, let's go save her, with my own strength. I know what will happen, what could go wrong. Not long after, Kang Lim regretted it. I think that's a big problem. He lay on the desk in frustration. I've written everything I can remember and summarized the plot. But, seeing that, Yong-soo asked, what's wrong, my subordinate? You're awake in class and not playing games. How strange. Kang Lim immediately retorted. Don't say that like it's normal. Suddenly, Yong-soo shouted in shock. Wait, is that an autobiography? One of the 27 forbidden masterpieces. He quickly sat up and corrected him. It's not forbidden, and it's not even a story. Yang-soo comforted him. No need to be shy. Even I wrote my work about my past life in another world. Not stopping there, Kang Lim shot back. You're the one who should be embarrassed. He continued, but I forgot some parts, some very important parts. Kang Lim scratched his head in irritation. That's the problem. I can't remember the exact details, but the biggest problem is there's too much difference between me and the original main character. Handsome, extremely friendly, amazing, good at fighting, someone bullies couldn't touch. And the face. Kang Lim's headache worsened. That guy was almost a perfect male lead thanks to his looks. And I'm the complete opposite compared to him. Meanwhile, Yang-soo silently thought, this is really interesting. Kang Lim analyzed the main character. He was skilled in taekwondo, so stopping the stalker's attack was simple for him. Then he compared himself, but I can't save Da-hee that way. I'd get beaten up badly. Finally, he turned to Yang-soo for help. All right, here's the plot. Give me some advice. The main character knows what will happen. Got it. He quietly gestured, listening. Kang Lim began analyzing. He knows when, where, and what will happen, and what he should do to stop it. Yang-soo calmly replied, simple. If he's the main character, he just needs to rush in and fight. Hearing that, Kang Lim interrupted. No using violence. He's just an ordinary student. Yang-soo completely disagreed with this idea. My subordinate, you're so slow on trends. If someone is just an ordinary student, then you should grant him magic. Those words made Kang Lim completely lose hope. Forget it. Why did I even expect anything from you? Then suddenly he came up with an idea. If he knows when and where the female lead will have the accident, why doesn't he just stop her from going there? Don't let her go. This idea enlightened him. Kang Lim happily grabbed Yang-soo. This is it. Exactly what I expected from the descendant of the Dragon King. Thanks to your delusion that still remains even after entering high school. He froze stiffly. Thanks for the compliment, but isn't that a bit too much, since we are? The teacher's loud voice suddenly echoed in the middle of the class. Na Kang Lim, you again. The classmates were speechless. What's wrong? What's his problem? Later, he walked down the hallway, smirking to regain his confidence. That's right, I was overthinking it. After leaving the office once again, he pondered. Everything will be fine if I tell her that it's very dangerous. Kang Lim made a plan. I just need to approach and lie. And if she doesn't believe me, should I save someone else? He made up his mind. All right, I just need to say it. Kang Lim opened the classroom door and shouted, Hey, Yuda. At that moment, Da-hee was surrounded by other students, all admiring her. Really, that's amazing. We should have a fan club. You really are a famous model. You really fit. From then on, the wall of ordinary people unintentionally became the dividing frequency between the two. His face darkened, and he was speechless. Kang Lim quietly returned to his seat. Maybe I should wait. He was restless and anxious. All right. Anyway, I'm quite free. Kang Lim followed her. We also have to switch classes. He walked alone behind her, murmuring to himself, just once. I just need to talk to her once. A moment later, Kang Lim exclaimed in shock. It was 12:30, lunchtime. Kang Lim gloomily shouted, I can't get close to her. He was furious. How come there's always a group of people around her? Is this the life of a normal person? I don't want this at all. Cold reality, he couldn't. Kang Lim continued to console himself. It's fine. I still have one more chance. He recalled the upcoming event. I still have the last chance. Da-hee will talk to me during lunch. Kang Lim was triumphant. She will definitely approach me. Just wait. At that moment, another group of boys passed in front of him. They kindly asked, Da-hee, you haven't gone to the store yet, right? Things went beyond his expectations. He was stunned. Why didn't she come? He couldn't believe it. She's leaving? No way. Kang Lim was bewildered. She approached me before. The future has changed. How? They were talking so comfortably. She didn't hesitate to say, I've always wanted to go there once in Korea. Ho Chun looked excited. Really? As he recalled, Kang Lim speculated. Was it because, that moment, because I made a bad impression twice? Did the future change just because of that? He shook his head unwillingly. No, I can't let her move like that. Darkness once again enveloped Kang Lim. The teacher's voice echoed again. Today we have a transfer student. She will introduce herself. The words were exactly the same as before. Before entering the classroom. What are you doing, Kang Lim? Why are you standing up? Is there a problem? Time rewound again, making him unable to understand what's going on. After that, he decided to go to the restroom to calm himself. Kang Lim was immersed in thought. I traveled back once again. I suspected it. But now it's clear. In conclusion, he had guessed. This isn't the only chance. This is a story loop. A story where the character is trapped in a time loop. Triggering the loop. I have triggered the time loop. I have returned to the save point, which is this morning. Kang Lim was shocked to realize, if that's the case, my life. Another problem arose. The problem here is discovering what the looping condition is. He began to reconsider. At first, Da-hee's death was the loop condition. Very simple. Death is a loop condition of the story. But what about the second time? I didn't even do anything. Kang Lim gradually became confused. The difference from the first time is, I left a bad impression on Da-hee. Without further hesitation, he turned off the faucet and left. I can't figure out why. Then I just need not to leave a bad impression in this timeline, right? Luckily I can return. Kang Lim decided, I need to act normal before lunch break. At that moment, a voice suddenly called out, Hello, Kang Lim. He looked up and replied, Hello, Young-ah, Park Young-ah, second year of high school. She kindly asked, Why do you always walk around with those fish-like eyes? Kang Lim was a bit displeased. You always say that. Someone might think I wear contact lenses. Young-ah laughed it off and continued, Right on time. There's something I want to show you. I just finished writing the first chapter of my work. He asked eagerly. You said you wanted to enter the contest, right? She confirmed and asked a favor. That's right. I'll send you the link. Could you take a look and give me some feedback? Kang Lim cheerfully agreed. Sure. Sounds interesting. What genre is it? Young-ah shyly replied, It's fantasy, but I haven't finished it yet. She bashfully explained, I was planning to tell you at the club, but since we met here. Hearing that, he was surprised. Wait, you weren't planning to tell me now? Young-ah asked in confusion. What's wrong? Another difference appeared, making Kang Lim break into a sweat. This is the butterfly effect. I didn't meet Young-ah the first time. I have to be as careful as possible. Thinking that, he hurriedly ran off. I'll read it after class, see you later. That left her dazed as she unconsciously replied, All right. At 12:40, lunchtime. Kang Lim was fired up. It's time, lunch break, the last chance. I tried to catch her attention this morning. Come on, Da-hee. He reassured himself. I need to stay calm and speak clearly. I've simulated thousands of scenarios in my head. The fire within Kang Lim kept blazing. I'm ready. Da-hee's voice gently came from behind. Hey. She suddenly stepped up and softly brushed her hair, asking, Have we met before? Hey. His whole body felt like it was evaporating. He couldn't think of anything. Stammering, No. Da-hee smiled kindly and said, Really? Why are you using such a formal tone? I thought we'd met before, since you act like you know me. I'm not good at remembering faces. Maybe I forgot you. Funny, right? Kang Lim, nearly fainting, told himself, I need to say it. I can't just sit here. Yet he still stammered awkwardly, making her puzzled. What's wrong? Kang Lim felt helpless, not knowing what to do. Damn it, what should I say? Should I tell her everything? Should I tell her she will fall off the roof? That doesn't make any sense. If she asks how I know that, Kang Lim's hesitant expression caught Da-hee's concern. What's wrong? Do you have something to say? After a long moment, he finally forced out 2 words, actually, then froze again. I'm too nervous. I need to keep talking. I can't think of anything. At that moment, Ho-chun came over and patted her shoulder. Hey Da-hee, you haven't gone to the store yet, right? He introduced himself. I'm Kang Ho-chung, and this is Lee Jae-hoon. We were about to go there. Come with us. He then gestured. Let's go. He kindly reminded. Today's school lunch looks awful. Better head out. This made Kang Lim even more desperate. Wait, am I wasting time again? The conversation between Ho-chun and Da-hee played out verbatim. I have always wanted to go there once in Korea. Still the same? He exclaimed excitedly. Really? Not in England? At the end, the scene of her lying in a pool of blood resurfaced in his mind. That directly made Kang Lim snap awake. He jumped up from his seat. No, I cannot let it happen. Kang Lim hurriedly shouted to hold her back. Seo Yoon Young, I know you from Seo Yoon Young. Ho Chun, puzzled, asked what is he saying. Jai Hoon also wondered, Seo Yoon Young, who is that? Among them, only she recognized Yoon Young. You are a friend of Yoon Young. Kang Lim, taken aback, replied, yes, she always talks about you. That is why I was surprised this morning. He explained to himself. Of course I only saw her on a screen, Kang Lim said as he stepped back with Da Hee advancing. But hey, I only heard about you. I have not met you. The plan proceeded as you wished. I just need to continue the conversation so I can mention the stalker. She heard that and asked back, really, are you close? Do you know Yoon Young's real secret name? Kang Lim firmly asserted, of course. He suddenly realized, wait, is she testing the relationship? So he quickly dispelled Da Hee's suspicion. Chunya, it must be Seo Chunya, right? He is close to her because it sounds very corny. This convinced her. It seems you really know her, so you know about me, right? Kang Lim was puzzled by that. Huh? Da Hee's voice suddenly turned cold. Hey. She patted his shoulder while scowling and ordered, shut up and follow me. I will kill you if you try anything. Suddenly being pulled away by Da Hee left Kang Lim, unable to form an impression. Wait, Yoon Da Hee, what are you suddenly doing? Thinking back, his face went pale and uneasy. What just happened? Kill me. Did I mishear? She seemed like a completely different person. Kang Lim struggled, wanting to clarify. No, wait, at least can you tell me where we are going? But she only answered vaguely, I don't know. Where are we going now? I want somewhere with no one around. Da Hee suddenly remembered. All right, to the backyard then. He flinched and gasped. Somewhere with no one and behind the school. Afterwards, he fancied himself and blushed. No way. Romantic comedy plus backyard as a confession spot. Kang Lim speculated to himself. Am I about to be confessed to? He even imagined his mother crying. Mom thinks a well-behaved kid like you will never marry. Or Min Jeong sulking and threatening. I won't leave you alone if you make her cry. Plus Yong Soo blessing him. Though you are a traitor, live a happy life, my subordinate. And the image of Da Hee appearing in a wedding dress, gently calling Kang Lim, my love. The graceful beauty struck his eyes. What are you thinking? He cheerfully replied, nothing. Just remembering the first day we met. Both of them were shy then. I didn't expect you to love me at first sight, and confess in the backyard of the school. She pouted. That was long ago. You make me shy. And then the officiant decisively said, you may kiss the bride. Applause filled the dreamy space. From that romantic scene, returning to reality, a cold voice cut in while Kang Lim was pursing his lips. I will kill you. He startled and scolded himself. Damn. I accidentally imagined our future together. Kang Lim broke into a sweat and asked, wait, what did you just say? She glared at him and said coldly, didn't you hear? I will kill you. At the backyard, Da Hee threatened sternly, all right, if you dare tell anyone, I will kill you. To avoid misunderstanding, she added, don't get me wrong, I won't kill you directly, but I will do everything to ruin your life, until you beg for death. Da Hee stared at Kang Lim with icy eyes. So consider this your warning. You heard clearly. No more listening. Kang Lim cut her off. Who are you? Da Hee froze. Huh? What did you say? He challenged her. You're not Da Hee. She would never say things like that. She would never speak such crude words. Da Hee looked at Kang Lim with disdain. Are you playing innocent? You're close with Seo Yoon Young, yet you don't know. She calmly exposed. I'm just playing the good person role. This left him stunned. Huh, acting. Wait, compiling what I know about Da Hee from the Webtoon. Perfect scores. Excellent physique. Artistic talent. She excels in every aspect. But the main reason fans call her a mistake of creation is because of her kindness. She is not arrogant about her natural talent. She always shows kindness whenever she appears. People sometimes criticize her for being too perfect. Of course, she's a Webtoon character after all. Thanks to that image, Da Hee ranked #1 in popularity polls. Even Kang Lim fell for her because of that kindness. He frowned, unwilling to believe. But why? Damn, Da Hee muttered. I should have shut Seo Yoon Young up before I came here. Kang Lim watched her every move. Is he having a problem? Da-hee's regret reached his ears. She had ruined the dream of high school life before it even began. That sight shattered Kang Lim's illusions. So after all, just playing the good person, it was all a lie. He shouted in disbelief. No way, you're not Da-hee, right? She asked, puzzled. What is that? And then, Kang Lim did not hesitate to repeat the good impression he had of her. Da-hee is an innocent character who likes literature and flower arranging. She coldly denied it. That was something my manager thought up. I like watching professional wrestling. Even so, he still didn't believe it. What about romantic movies? Once again she splashed cold water on him. Da-hee said bluntly. I prefer Hollywood movies with a few explosion scenes. Kang Lim, still stubborn, and wished for peace across the world every Christmas. Da-hee didn't back down either. Ruling the world is cooler than a peaceful world. Right. And so, the two of them kept arguing endlessly. What about classical music? She declared boldly. Death metal is the best. At this moment, Kang Lim was completely shocked. Impossible. This made Da-hee suspicious. Wait, you haven't heard those things from Seo Yoon, have you? He slumped down and replied gloomily. I haven't. Da-hee was silent for a few seconds, then came to her senses. Da-hee completely realized. She returned to her friendly manner. Hey my dear classmate, let's go back to class together. This made Kang Lim jump. It's already too late. Da-hee was upset. Damn it, then I must have looked like an idiot just now. He hurriedly suggested. Watch your words. Don't say things that don't fit with. Before he could finish the sentence, Kang Lim was slapped by her as a reproach. It's all your fault. He fell flat and groaned inwardly. Da-hee just used violence, and it hurts like hell. Kang Lim argued back at her. My fault? What kind of stupid reason is that? Da-hee arrogantly accused. Weren't you the one who made me misunderstand from the start? From now on, watch your mouth. Don't go telling anyone. I can't let you ruin my list. He held his cheek and asked her back. What list? And then, the two of them went back to class together. Da-hee shyly took out something. Here. She shyly held out a notebook full of writing. A list of 101 things I want to do in high school. Da-hee explained in detail. My dream is to complete everything here and cross out what I've done. Hearing that, Kang Lim sighed wearily. I thought you wanted something like changing the world. How boring. Seeing his indifference, she clenched her fist and punched a hole through the wall, making him immediately change his face. It's definitely a list worth doing. They're all amazing. Kang Lim asked in confusion. But you can do them by yourself. Why do you need me to come along? She bluntly explained. Because I don't want you spreading rumors about me. Da-hee frowned at him. I don't believe Seo Yoon, and even when that person told me she could make meju from bean powder, Kang Lim silently protested. Why didn't you do that from the start? Even though she used the wrong word, he still realized she meant soybeans. Da-hee focused on the list and said, most of the people here are connected to clubs. What should I do to join a club? The fact that the two of them walked together drew attention from people around. Isn't that the transfer student from class 3? And the person next to her? Isn't that the guy from... Kang Lim pointed at the club announcement board. While giving an idea, the 7th period today is club activity time. Let's go check out a few clubs. Da-hee happily expressed her excitement. There are so many. I wanted to come here because there are a lot of club recruitments here. I heard the homeroom teacher is very easygoing. He asked doubtfully. Don't tell me you came to this school just for the clubs. Da-hee casually replied. And also because the school uniform is really pretty. Hearing that, Kang Lim replied shortly. I see. A second later, he decided to explain a bit. I feel like you've done things beyond my imagination. I mean, this isn't a high school in a webtoon. The clubs here only do things to put on their records. They use them as decoration. The club activities will be used for students preparing for college admission, so they're quite useless unless you're preparing for something. And it completely goes against the education policy. She interrupted and mocked. You don't have friends, do you? That sentence made Kang Lim jump up. Huh, do you know what you just said? Know what you just... Da-hee hurriedly denied. No, I just thought of some things I saw online. The difference between insiders and outsiders. Outsiders tend to talk about trivial details. Outsiders try to win the conversation. Kang Lim frantically explained. Hey, don't get it wrong. I want to be an outsider just because I want to. They also say having too many friends makes relationships unstable. Da-hee pretended to believe him. Fine, sorry, okay. That attitude made Kang Lim bristle even more. Don't apologize like that. He cursed her inwardly. Damn it. She really knows how to get on people's nerves. I was really fooled choosing her as my favorite character. Give me back my faith. However, there was one thing Kang Lim could not shake off. But she still looked like Da-hee. Her innocent appearance surfaced along with curiosity. What about this club? I think I won't be able to choose any club just by looking. Suddenly, she turned and innocently asked, how many clubs are there in total? He hurriedly stopped her. Don't joke. You don't intend to look through all of them, right? After a while, he trembled standing before the soccer team evaluating. She really is very athletic, but Kang Lim watched Da-hee gently weave between two opponents. Is she really this good? She powerfully kicked the ball accurately. Before long, the ball was shot straight into the goal. Da-hee cheered with delight. It went in. I did it. Along with the crowd's question, Da-hee, are you going pro? She blushed and replied, come on, don't flatter me. They continued to insist. No, I believe you are totally capable of that. Da-hee went on to show phenomenal basketball throwing skills. Not stopping there, she moved on to badminton, tennis, then track and field. Right after expending so much energy, she looked up and gulped water. Da-hee laughed heartily. Is that all the sports clubs? Kang Lim panted behind and questioned her. Didn't you just want to try a little? At the same time, from afar, her gaze accidentally caught a flyer. Let's see. Then, Da-hee curiously approached. What's this? Multicultural. I didn't see this on the board. Kang Lim glanced at the paper and explained. That's the club I'm in. We're not recruiting anyone. The multicultural club, called DVH. She tilted her head puzzled. DVH. So what does it do? He opened the door and gently introduced. We experience many different cultural activities to prepare for careers and social knowledge. At least that's the plan. Actually, the noise inside inadvertently cut him off. Remember the name Mythical Blue Dragon? Die. You should have released the lantern earlier. This is just a place for friends to play games together. Upon seeing Kang Lim, Yang-soo immediately noticed. Why are you so late, my subordinate? Seeing who was with Kang Lim, he was startled. Yong-ah was also surprised. Who is this? Da-hee smiled warmly. Hello. My name is Da-hee. I am the transfer student who moved into Kang Lim's class today. She changed in an instant, making him surprised. Look at her. She changed tone so fast. Yong-ah shyly replied, you don't have to be so polite. I am also a second year. But why are you two? Kang Lim sulked and explained. She wanted to look through the clubs, so I led her to tour. She asked what club this was, so I brought her in. Da-hee approached Yong-ah pretending curiosity. Are you playing a game? What game is it? Can I try? She immediately agreed. All right, sit down and I'll show you. Yong-ah kindly guided her. Press this button. Meanwhile, Da-hee also willingly learned. Like this. Yang-soo whispered delightedly. Explain, my subordinate. You switched sides, didn't you? You're hanging out with a 3D girl and led to this sacred spot. He helplessly answered. I thought she was 2D, but I was deceived. I'm just a victim. Yang-soo exclaimed in surprise. Kang Lim coldly reminded. That's a bit rude to say in front of Yong-ah. He pretended to be scholarly and replied. She's an exception. She's chosen by Steins Gate. Not stopping there, he immediately exposed. Didn't you just want her to carry you in the game? Actually, Park Young is at a very high rank. After a while, Da-hee confidently assured. I think I understand. Is there a one-on-one mode? I want to try a match, Yong-ah softly suggested. I think there is if we go mid. Da-hee looked at Kang Lim schemingly. Alright then. What? Making him uneasy. Why are you looking at me like that, like you want to gank? Kang Lim asked back. Do I look like someone who doesn't know how to play games? She gently scoffed. Maybe. Don't you not know how to play sports? Da-hee taunted. Maybe you also don't know how to play video games. This made him furious and trembling. Dare to mock and insult me for not being good at sports. Fine. He issued a challenge. I'll show you. Prepare to get wrecked. Yang-soo looked at him helplessly. Just as I thought. Yong-ah sided off. Not long after that, sunset arrived with a brilliant sky. Da-hee spoke comfortably. We have been playing games until the sunset. A second later, she looked at him and said sternly, "You better take responsibility. I still have many things I want to do on my list." Kang Lim immediately retorted, "Are you not the one who keeps wanting to play again and again until you win?" Da-hee suddenly lowered her voice. "Well then, let us continue walking around tomorrow." This made him even more confused. "Why do you keep wanting me to go with you?" She smiled and said anyway. Today was really fun. Seeing that Da-hee ignored him, Kang Lim frowned and muttered, "Did you just ignore me?" Even so, she continued speaking in the same tone. "I am a bit worried about the middle school period, but..." Hearing that, he suddenly froze and thought, "Middle school? I guess something happened." Thinking that, Kang Lim asked curiously, "Hey, why do you want to act like a good person?" "I do not think it is necessary." Da-hee was startled for a moment. She fell silent and admitted, "No one likes me. Everyone prefers the image of a good person from me." Hearing that, he was stunned and speechless. Then, Da-hee continued to press, "Are you not the same? You said Da-hee would never act like that." At that moment, he suddenly remembered his own actions earlier in the backyard. Impossible. She is not Da-hee. Da-hee would never say that. She would never speak so rudely. Kang Lim hurried to explain, "That is not what I meant." But Da-hee did not want to listen. "It is fine. Everyone is like that." She sank into thought. "I have tried before. In the end, I could only be like this." Da-hee thought, "Instead of living the way I want, I live the way everyone wants Da-hee to be, a kind Da-hee to everyone." She gathered all her courage and turned back to say, "Are you disappointed that I revealed this?" "Sorry, no matter what you say But the truth was completely the opposite." "What a pity. I actually feel more comfortable when you are honest." Those words made Da-hee freeze in surprise. Kang Lim could affirm, "Of course compared to the Webtoon version. You are violent and also rather deceitful, but I still feel more comfortable when you are honest with yourself like this." He silently rejoiced. "I did it. I was not shy like during the 2 lunch breaks before." At that moment, she was speechless. Seeing that, he hurriedly asked, "What is wrong? Is there a problem?" Da-hee was startled and quickly spoke, "No, wait." She smiled awkwardly. That look was truly beautiful. That image truly made Kang Lim blush with emotion. He quickly stepped back and questioned, What is it, you?" Da-hee suddenly swung a punch full of force. "What did you just say about me? Who is violent and deceitful?" He hurriedly argued, "But that is the truth." Night had fallen. Kang Lim held his painful face and complained, "Why did she hit me? It still hurts." Back to the main point. I still have not told her about the stalker, but this is not the right place to talk about it. Kang Lim recalled the detail. The stalker here was one of her online fans, and he would attack her today. The event had not happened yet. I still have time. Can I save her? Kang Lim decided to call the police. "I do not want to use this way at all, but I have no other choice." He spoke first. "Hello, police? There is a thug here. They are throwing fireworks and some other things down from the rooftop." Elsewhere, Da-hee was also on the phone. What do you mean, Seo Yoon Young? Are you sure?" From there, she received shocking news. "You do not know Na Kang Lim." No. The next morning, sunlight shone everywhere. The alarm rang loudly throughout the room. Kang Lim slowly emerged from under the blanket. "Please, I beg you," he shouted excitedly when he saw the date on his phone. Kang Lim was overjoyed to the point of madness. Thursday, which means... His scream echoed down to the first floor. Finally free from that event, Kang Lim's mother, who was cooking, helplessly asked, "Min Jeong, go call your brother down for breakfast." But the girl coldly refused. "I do not want to go to his room." Upstairs, he acted arrogantly. See how pathetic the characters in that webtoon are." Kang Lim was overjoyed. This only took 3 chapters in the webtoon instead of the endless 8-week summer vacation arc in the anime. He recalled the scene last night. Kang Lim was lectured by the police officer. "Stop calling to report fake news." At that time, he hurriedly replied, "Sorry. Although there was a bit of trouble with the police station, it is fine. I saved a life anyway." At the same time, Min Jeong accidentally heard everything. "The police station? Na Kang Lim. So you finally got yourself into big trouble, right?" She quickly shouted to accuse him, making him startled. Mom, this bastard caused big trouble. He got into something with the police. He hurriedly stopped her. Hey, it is not like that. It was just a misunderstanding. But it was too late. His mother had already heard and panicked. Huh? What do you mean? The police? Kang Lim shouted desperately. Mom, wait. It is not like that. Later, he rushed to class, but could not make it before the bell rang. Kang Lim complained. Damn it, I am late. Mom hit too hard. It is all because of that stalker. It feels like I still have not finished dealing with everything. I handled the accident of the first stalker, but the accident of the second one is the real problem. Everything would be much better if I knew who the stalker was. His identity was never revealed, and I do not remember what he looks like. I think I would recognize him if I saw him, but my memory is too vague. Kang Lim felt utterly helpless. Wait, what if he shows up again? Does he not appear quite often as a supporting character? I cannot possibly remember every detail about him, like his appearance or personality. He believed that everything would still follow the storyline. There was no reason to rush. I can prepare slowly. According to the main events of the story, my priority is not to make things more complicated. While he hesitated and froze, a voice suddenly spoke. The bell rang already. Why are you not hurrying up? Jung-ah panted and asked curiously. You have never been late since grade 1. It will not be good if you break the streak. Kang Lim was quite surprised to see her. Park Jung-ah. She wearily complained. Dead fish eyes, always like that. Kang Lim worriedly advised. Focus on breathing, stop talking. You are also late. Jung-ah smiled reassuringly. It is fine, I am always late. I have given up on being on time. Hearing that, Kang Lim became even more dissatisfied. That is not good at all. He gently asked. Stayed up late drawing Webtoon again, she softly said. I fixed a few things you pointed out yesterday. You said the ending of chapter 1 seemed to lack something right. So I thought of giving the main character the ability to revive or a time loop, something that lets them start over each time they die. Maybe I will call it a gift from God or something. Suddenly, Kang Lim slowly placed his hand on Jung-ah's shoulder. He looked at her and seriously suggested, do not do that. You cannot do that to the main character. Kang Lim tried to persuade her, if you are the reader, the story will repeat the scenes they already saw. So there should only be one timeline. Do you know how hard it is to repeat one day over and over? A second later, she immediately responded, I understand. I will drop that idea. As soon as he achieved his goal, he left in annoyance. Jung-ah quietly watched his back, feeling confused. Strange, Kang Lim does not like time loops. Suddenly, Na-yoon patted her shoulder, making her startled. Jung-ah, why are you out here? Being late is not good. You are the class vice president. Jung-ah awkwardly greeted. Na-yoon, hi. Hearing that voice, Kang Lim immediately turned around. Na-yoon, you are the class president, right? Is it fine if both of you are late? She calmly replied, it is fine. We are in the humanities major. He instantly argued, stop using humanities as an excuse for everything. Kang Lim sulkily walked into the classroom. Oh God. Na-yoon lightly nudged Jung-ah and softly asked, how is it? How did it go? What did Kang Lim say when you gave him that thing? She guiltily explained the situation. I didn't have the chance to give it. I was going to do it yesterday afternoon, but before she could finish, she was cut off impatiently. Again, Na-yoon was speechless. Jung-ah, it's been 3 months. That's why you're always slower than everyone else. Do you think this is the first time I've seen something like this? She consoled herself. It's fine. Kang Lim is only interested in 2D girls. Hearing that, she was helpless. That's exactly the problem. Na-yoon kindly reminded. I think he's not like that anymore. Jung-ah asked in confusion. What do you mean? And then, she directly showed her phone. Here, it just appeared on Facebook. The photos of Da-hee sweeping through all the clubs yesterday had been uploaded online with the title, The Transfer Student Who Arrived Yesterday, Extremely Beautiful and Captivating. She visited all the clubs. Notably, she dribbled a ball for 100 meters in 12 seconds. At this moment, chaos broke out in class. Ho-chun was also raising a photo and questioning. Deny it if you can. Why do you keep following Da-hee? He sighed tiredly. Oh God, this person. Kang Lim recalled earlier when he had been cornered against the wall. I got scared just because she suddenly wanted to see me. I don't know what she wants, but I can already guess a lot. He waved his hand, refusing to explain. I'm not following her. She's the one who wants to go with me. However, he still insisted he was right. If you're going to lie, at least come up with something more convincing. Then why would she want you to follow her around like that? Kang Lim silently agreed to let it go. You're right about that. You're right about. His expression suddenly darkened. Even if I tell you, you wouldn't believe me. Then why ask? Why not go ask her directly? Ho Chun retorted confidently. Because I understand her. She's only with you out of pity. That's right. She's too perfect to be at fault. Kang Lim quietly chuckled. This idiot is a victim too. He kept rambling on. She's talented at everything in this world. As if God made a mistake or slipped. Hearing that, he boldly interrupted. God did make a mistake, but not in that sense. No matter how curious Ho Chun was, Kang Lim didn't care at all. It's better if you don't know. If that's all, then I'm leaving. At that moment, Ho Chun tried to stop him. Hey, Na Kang Lim. I also study at T1 school. Hearing that, he immediately stopped walking. He threatened, maybe you don't know me, but I know you, so I'm warning you. Don't do anything stupid and stay away from Da Hee. Kang Lim vaguely replied, that will definitely happen even if you do nothing. According to the original story, the main character helped Da Hee get along with her classmates. I'm worried about what I should do, because the main character doesn't exist here. But, seeing what that bastard did, it seems she's fine. He started feeling a headache again. The next stalker accident will still happen. I shouldn't stay too far from her, otherwise the romantic comedy will end here. The scene before him didn't make Kang Lim very happy. That's what I thought. Why is she here? Da Hee calmly asked back. What? He shouted angrily. What do you mean what? Why are you in the club room and eating my food? Hearing that, she decided to eat it all. Can you stop complaining over a bit of food? Young Ah already gave me permission. Yet, Kang Lim was still displeased. Stop eating, he furiously corrected. Hey, I'm the president of this club. Therefore, I'm the one who has authority here. Da Hee arrogantly reminded. Didn't you promise yesterday? You said you'd show me the rest of the clubs. Kang Lim froze. I didn't say that. Then, he suddenly lowered his voice. If you're worried about your secret, I promise I won't tell anyone, okay? Da Hee mockingly exposed. Because you have no friends to tell, right? You look like someone who can only share secrets with friends. Do you think I brought you along because I like you? At this point, Kang Lim couldn't hold back anymore. There are plenty of people out there who like you. Go play with them. Stop messing around in my territory. She bluntly refused. Too many people like you are exactly the problem. Da Hee gritted her teeth and said, I don't want to date anyone. I just want to live the high school life I've dreamed of. I shouldn't have put my phone number in the club application form. The result was that so many people confessed to me that it just kept coming endlessly. So long that this chapter could end right here. The way she thought was completely different from normal people. Confession was supposed to build a relationship after many days of mutual flirting, but confession without even talking. Because everyone had been taking love advice from webtoons and similar stuff. Da Hee flicked her hair proudly. How could I blame them? It's only because I'm too beautiful in their eyes. It's all my fault. Kang Lim was speechless. Before learning how to act cool, why don't you learn how to be a human first? Da Hee began lecturing. It's hard to be humble when you're the best like me. That's a quote from Muhammad Ali. Na Kang Lim, if you were as famous as me. As if remembering something, she suddenly stopped. And then, Da Hee looked regretful. I'm sorry, I just said something impossible, which made him furious again. Don't apologize like that. A moment later, she slowly turned on her phone. All right, now I have to reply to all these messages. Da Hee stood up and requested, we have to leave the list for later. Can you wait? Kang Lim was a bit stunned. Wait. The two walked down the hallway, one ahead, one behind. She silently watched his back. Da Hee couldn't stop replaying what had just happened. Along with that was a call confirming the real identity behind. She frowned and guessed, one of the two is lying to me. I've already figured out a little, But Na Kang Lim. Then she suddenly had a thought. Are you the boyfriend of Yoon Young? He at that moment, unaware, was muttering to himself. I need to go home and play games. Da-hee recalled her friend's standards. That girl Seo Yoon Young. Her boyfriend had to be 180 centimeters tall, handsome, a third-year college student. She secretly mocked. Always bragging like that in the past, wasn't she? Da-hee built her own scenario. But her real boyfriend is just a guy with dead eyes. If she lied to hide this, then everything makes sense. Na Kang Lim has no reason to lie. He also knows Seo Yoon Young's real name. Kang Lim suddenly turned and asked her, "What are you doing? Where are we going?" She turned away indifferently. How should I use this information? By the time school ended, the sky was growing gloomy. Kang Lim asked suspiciously, "Today ended earlier than yesterday. What about your list? Done already?" Da-hee stretched and replied, "There's still a lot. I also have a modeling contract. Someone from the company will come here soon." She winked teasingly. "I'm a busy person, not like someone else." Kang Lim waved his hand. "Fine, you're the best. Now go." While he was leaving, she got a call. "Hello? Yes, Unnai. I'm standing at the entrance." "Really? You mean today?" Da-hee's voice grew more urgent. Wait. What do you mean? But you should have told me earlier. Most people had already gone home. All right, it doesn't matter who it is, right? Seeing her flustered, he stopped to ask, "What's wrong? Something happened." Da-hee reluctantly asked for help. "You're not busy, right?" Kang Lim irritably countered. "Why do you always talk like I have nothing to do?" She snapped back. "So are you busy or not?" He answered confusedly. "I'm not." Da-hee immediately seized the chance. "Exactly. Then you have to be my manager today." He tilted his head curiously. Do what?" Kang Lim froze as he realized the weight of it. "Manager," Da-hee reassured him. "Just for today." Meanwhile, a dark figure was secretly watching with resentment. "I will never forgive you." He couldn't accept it. That guy dared to take Da-hee. Afterward, Woon Hein comforted himself. "Wait for me, Da-hee. I'll save you soon." At that moment, the car was speeding down the road. The woman driving spoke softly. "Where's my business card?" "Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself." She handed her card to Kang Lim while introducing herself. "I'm Lee Hyun-ju. You can call me Hyun-ju Nuna." He politely accepted. "Yes, my name is Na Kang Lim." He glanced at the card while listening to Hyun-ju explain. "Anyway, you really saved us today by agreeing to be the manager." She sighed. "We're a bit short on staff because of a planning mistake. I honestly didn't know what to do this time. I even had to change my schedule to pick up Da-hee." Hearing that, she pouted. "And yet you always call me unprofessional. What about now?" Hyun-ju quickly apologized to Da-hee. Sorry. It's just that it's been a while since we've come back to Korea." Returning to the conversation, Hyun-ju continued talking to Kang Lim. "Of course, we'll pay you properly." He shyly replied, "Really, thank you." Kang Lim secretly looked forward to it. "I've wanted to buy a new mechanical keyboard for a while." Suddenly, Da-hee leaned close and whispered, "Listen, about Unnai. She's a bit sensitive about her age and marriage, so be careful. That's why she wants everyone to call her Nuna." One of the managers got in trouble for bringing it up, and even though it was whispered, Hyun-ju caught them right away. "I can hear you, you know." From that moment, he started to feel strange. You're acting like a good person again." She went back to her seat explaining, "I don't need to do that with Unnai. We already know everything about each other. She's one of the few people who knows this secret." Hyun-ju quietly chimed in. "The relationship between you two is surprising. I didn't think you'd show that side of yourself to anyone other than Yoon Young and Kid." She smiled slyly. "Is that it? Are you two in a relationship?" Da-hee immediately denied. "How could you think I'd date this guy? Of course not." Kang Lim also added, "We're not." Hyun-ju laughed brightly. "So you're already that close?" Getting mad at the same time. Hearing that, both of them responded in unison. "We're not close at all." Looking at the sign ahead, Kang Lim wondered, "GGD magazine. We're working here today. I think I've heard of this magazine." Da-hee checked her phone and slowly began promoting. "This is one of the new rising fashion magazines. They're great at using YouTube, that's why we chose this place. They also have a subsidiary and a film and advertising division, so making a good impression could help you later on. Da-hee put her hands on her hips, so try to do well, okay? Kang Lim grew nervous and confessed, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. She sighed helplessly. It's fine, just listen and follow instructions, okay? He asked in disbelief. What? At that moment, Hyun-ju hurriedly ran back. I'm back, you too, let's go. Come on, we'll be late. The three of them walked into their destination together. Inside, an irritable voice rang out, ridiculous, how many times have I told you? I can't stand this anymore. You looked down on us because this is a small company, didn't you? The girl could only bow her head and accept her fate. I'm sorry, it's not that, yet he kept mocking. Oh God, ridiculous. Hyun-ju cheerfully stepped forward, directly interrupting his anger. Hello, Director Choi. Da-hee also spoke. Hello, I hope you'll take care of me today. Director Choi looked at Kang Lim in confusion. Who's this? He turned to Hyun-ju for an explanation. Manager Lee, why are you here? She awkwardly replied, oh no, actually. A moment later, Hyun-ju looked toward him and confirmed. So this colleague will handle it. Director Choi grew angry hearing that. What, are you kidding me? He began scolding furiously. Do you know how busy a manager's work is? Just because you're short on staff, I even had to change the schedule because she's still a student. Are you looking down on us because we're a small magazine? Hyun-ju hurriedly denied. Of course not. You know we'd never do that. At this point, even Da-hee was completely embarrassed. Kang Lim silently understood. Now I see why you told me to do well. She nervously reminded him. Work carefully and properly. He won't let a new employee just handle small things. A moment later, Director Choi agreed, then urged, damn it, I understand, change clothes quickly. Da-hee pretended to smile and ran off. Yes, sir. Right after things were settled, Hyun-ju scratched her head awkwardly. Sorry for having to let you handle this, but I have to go now. I will pick you up after finishing work. She patted his shoulder encouragingly. It will not be easy, but I trust you. In the preparation room, he was busy arranging things. Suddenly, a group of people aggressively walked in. That damn director, I cannot stand it anymore. One of them complained. Why does he treat staff from other places like his slaves? This is the 5th year I have done this job. But that bastard is still the one I hate most. Not stopping there, another added. He once held a high position, but because he made mistakes he was demoted here. That is why he is very sensitive about working for a small magazine. He is really bitter. They did not know he was just behind a curtain continuing to talk. Anyway, the new kid will experience hell once. Good for us. He will receive criticism instead of us. Kang Lim silently listened, unusually calm. He thought to himself, sorry, but this was not beyond my expectation. Magazine GGD. I have seen this name before. Director Choi always shouting. Have you tried? This is why I hate your generation. He was a character in New Thuong. He appeared in Da-hee's modeling career. The words Director Choi spoke were extremely harsh. Really disappointed in you. Completely useless. With the combination of meaningless conversation plus criticism plus arrogance, he became the character hated by Da-hee and viewers every time he appeared. Even Kang Lim himself did not like Director Choi. That bastard appeared again. Take the hateful comments. He stepped out while judging. But this character was only that far. He did not follow Da-hee's life like that stalker. And there were only a few episodes showing Da-hee's problems. So this would not be something I have to worry about. Then Kang Lim continued to have a headache thinking. But I do not know. It is really unpleasant to leave her here knowing what will happen. Really unpleasant knowing such a character appears here. Once again, Director Choi criticized. Terrible. Why do I have to work with a student? Can he do anything wearing a uniform? Kang Lim straightened up and reported. I have changed clothes. He self-evaluated. Indeed, I cannot compare with the chief manager just by appearance, so I prepared for this. Da-hee began to shine during filming. Her radiant image made everyone stunned. Seeing everyone distracted, Director Choi angrily shouted, What are you doing? Next outfit. They startled and returned to work. Yes, I will do it right away. He angrily changed his mind repeatedly. Not that one. Switch to the coat. Take number 4. Do you want to stay here all night? The staff hurriedly replied, I am sorry. I will do it now. Kang Lim nearby was quite capable. Here is number 4, scarf number 8 and hat number 9 also. A moment later, Director Choi began to push him. Are you free? Why not doing anything? He quickly searched for the item. I brought the item already. He furiously shouted, not bright enough, add more light. Kang Lim was nothing different from an errand boy. I have changed the light position. Director Choi still dissatisfied, not high enough. Take one from the storage. He could only obey. I go right away. Kang Lim ran busily, seeing that people around quietly praised, really? He is the first not to be yelled at on the first day. He really did very well, observant and quick too. At the same time, her co-actor curiously asked, Da-hee, does he usually work with you? She was equally surprised. No, he only helps today. Da-hee was stunned unbelievably. What happened? Is he usually like this? In another corner, 2 staff were discussing. What are you saying? Shut up, the director will hear. Suddenly, Song Kang panicked, holding his head. Damn it. This is not good. Do you not know the director only eats from that restaurant? Yoon-woo also started to realize. Do not tell me. The owner closed because the cat was sick. The other's lamenting voice echoed again. Why today? Not good. He scratched his head restlessly. We are about to be scolded again for not completing this. Then Kang Lim suddenly approached. Sorry. He asked the 2. Can I order food from this place? The 2 looked at Kang Lim confused. Huh, you are, he explained. I heard you were looking for a place selling sundae. I have eaten here before. It is quite delicious. Yoon-woo frowned and spoke. Listen, do you know what kind of temper the director has if we order from another place? Song Kang interrupted him. Never mind. Order there. Yoon-woo was confused. Huh, why? He plotted with his companions. Then the director would scold him instead of us. Kang Lim looked at them and thought, I told you, relax. He won't get mad just because we ordered from another place. Not long after, the ordered food was delivered. At first, Director Choi seemed displeased. Huh, where is this from? Why not the usual place? Song Kang honestly reported. Ah yes, that place is closed today. He tasted it with dissatisfaction. Damn it. That was one of the few good places in this city. The rest are awful. Yet, the flavor in his mouth made Director Choi freeze. Before anyone knew the result, Yoon-woo quickly bowed his head to take the blame. I am sorry. It was the new staff. However, the result was completely opposite. He excitedly exclaimed, so delicious. He was speechless in surprise. Director Choi eagerly asked, where is this dish from? Do they have a new chef? This is even better than the old place. He devoured it crazily. The broth is insanely good. It's like they made it the way they make soup. Who ordered food from here? All the staff were astonished. Huh, it's the first time I have seen the director smile like that. The guy Da-hee brought, who is he? At that moment, Director Choi kindly asked Kang Lim, young man, you know how to eat gukbap. Where are you from? Kang Lim hesitantly replied, I. Before he could answer, Da-hee popped her head out and interrupted. I am Da-hee from Green Window. I usually come here for work after returning home. He cheerfully replied to her, really? I am also working on an MV about. Da-hee obediently listened. Really? Can I? When the work ended, Director Choi especially praised, well done everyone. Kang Lim went alone to buy a drink. The vending machine dropped a can of Coke. He carefully held the can in his hand. Da-hee approached to ask clearly, what is going on? Have you worked in a TV station before, or tried being a manager? Then she denied herself. No, with your efficiency, how could you get along so well with the director? Kang Lim looked at Da-hee suspiciously. Why are you so surprised? Is it that shocking that I work well? She hurriedly confirmed, of course, you are Na Kang Lim. The more he listened, the more restless he felt. What kind of person do you think I am? Kang Lim drank and explained, I just did what I learned from Webtoons. There are many Webtoons about the entertainment industry these days. Of course New Thuong then is also a Webtoon. He slightly smirked in admiration. I guess reading Webtoons finally paid off. Da-hee lowered her voice in rebuttal. That only applies to a lonely person like you. Her words were unacceptable to him. Huh, lonely, me, really? Da-hee pierced straight into his pain. That is a word for someone rejected by society. I said that to avoid you being hurt. And then, he had no choice but to accept. If so, then thank you. A moment later, the upper ranks followed each other passing by. The two of them politely bowed. Thank you everyone, good job. Kang Lim calmly said a few words. Today is really tiring. It has been a long time since I was this tired. Are you tired? When having to both work and study like this, he remembered something, and also, it seems she also has to take care of her younger sister. If it were me, I would definitely be very discouraged. Da-hee tiredly admitted, of course it is hard. But what can I do? I have to do all of this. This is the me that everyone expects. I have to meet those expectations. The atmosphere between the two suddenly became silent. Da-hee took the initiative to break the silence. Before you speak, you do not need to give advice or things like that. Like you do not need to be perfect, or just do your best. The result is not important. She suddenly felt, talking naturally like this, Kang Lim continued, it is really nice. Hearing that, Da-hee looked at him in surprise. Kang Lim threw away the can and said, I do not think I am incapable of doing the things that others expect of me. So what you do is great, and I think the result is definitely more important than the process. So instead of trying to do everything alone, you can ask for help. At this moment, he silently read the messages of concern from Hyunju. Hey Kang Lim, are you done shooting? I am worried about Director Choi. Da-hee is just trying to appear strong outside. No need to hide. Kang Lim showed that message. There are always people around worth trusting, ready to help you. Her eyes suddenly became blank, unable to say anything. Seeing Da-hee somewhat hesitant, Kang Lim tried to change the subject. If you need, you can call me anytime. Just pay me. She turned around and replied, fine. A staff suddenly shouted loudly asking, hey, you there, come here for a bit. Come help me move some things in the storage. Seeing the other in a hurry, he quickly followed. Da-hee confusingly thought, how dare he be so arrogant, a loner like him. At this moment, Kang Lim was following right behind the staff. He followed while thinking, it seems there are also other characters in New Thuong than not only Da-hee was brought to this world. He guessed, maybe the two worlds have merged together. I need to remember everything and arrange them again. I need to prepare. As soon as he entered, Kang Lim looked around. What are we moving? The thudding sound made Kang Lim confused. A resentful voice sounded, it is all your fault. Before he could realize, he was stabbed straight in the stomach. Kang Lim was terrified, glaring and exclaiming. At that moment, he was losing blood and could not stand. What is this? What happened? Woon Hein was blaming, you dared to take Da-hee. From that, he immediately realized, that bastard, impossible. This is the stalker. Kang Lim, exhausted in the pool of blood, asked himself, but why? But why? Woon Hein realized his own misfortune. His study abroad experience was completely terrible. He had always been alone in a harsh environment, being bullied every day here. Suddenly, a gentle voice softly spoke up. Hey, I heard you are from Hancock, right? Da-hee warmly said, me too, let's be close friends. That was how, perhaps, Woon Hein fell in love at first sight. I met her. He complimented her, model, that's amazing. She modestly replied, it's not like you think, I'm just an amateur. Even so, his mind was completely filled with thoughts of Da-hee. Still wonderful though. And of course, Woon Hein became the first and only fan of Da-hee. Model of the month, Da-hee, the most notable model. She was always cheerful and friendly with everyone. At that moment, Woon Hein excitedly called her, hey, Da-hee. Before he could express himself, a tall muscular man interrupted. Da-hee, I saw the article about you. She talked warmly with the other man. Really, thank you. He silently watched from afar in pain. Why don't you look at me? Why do you smile at those guys? Why? I should have been the special one. I knew you before you became famous. Why wasn't I chosen? My heart hurts a little doing this, but some time later, Da-hee suddenly became the subject of gossip. Anyway, he secretly felt grateful, because thanks to that, you came back to me. Woon Hein comforted her. Da-hee, I don't believe the rumors. She lowered her head and replied without much joy. I really appreciate it. He watched and gnashed his teeth. I've tried my best, but at the same time, Da-hee eagerly assigned him a task. Today you have to be my manager. Wu Hein was confused. Again, who's this guy? Da-hee would never say such disgusting things. My beloved Da-hee is not that kind of person. Then, Kang Lim strained to refuse. No, why should I listen to you? But she went on talking. What are you saying? You should be grateful to me. Back to the present, Woon Hein assumed the fault was his. It's all your fault. He looked at him resentfully. Idiot, how dare you taint Da-hee? The loop brought Kang Lim back to the past again, when Da-hee just turned away and answered, all right. He felt all over his body. The loop, I'm still alive. This action confused her. Na Kang Lim. Seeing him drenched in sweat, Da-hee became slightly worried. What's wrong? Why do you suddenly look so tired? Kang Lim was still overwhelmed by fear. I was just stabbed, right? I was nearly dead, or maybe I already died, right? He held his head in despair. No, Da-hee hurriedly asked, hey, are you okay? And then, she had to seek help from the people around. Excuse me, could you come here and help? He suddenly turned pale. The people nearby came to ask, what happened? Where does it hurt? This made Woon Hein miss his chance. A second later, he opened his eyes, full of confusion. Why the stalker? Why did he appear here? Again an event that did not follow the plot of the new Thuong. Then Kang Lim suddenly realized, wait, more importantly, if I'm still here. Without hesitation, he quickly grabbed his bag. After that, Kang Lim firmly pulled Da-hee's hand. Run, it's dangerous here. Seeing his strange behavior, she couldn't help but feel bewildered. Hey, what are you doing? Hey. Da-hee directly asked, why are you acting like this? You're acting really strange. Kang Lim didn't answer her, but decided to call Hyunju. Hyunju Nguyen, where are you? She was surprised and awkwardly replied, I'll be there in 10 minutes. What's wrong? Hearing that, he immediately showed dissatisfaction. This won't do, can't wait that long. Suddenly, Kang Lim froze and came up with an idea. Right, just take any bus. At this point, Da-hee became visibly annoyed. Stop it. What are you trying to do? As soon as she finished speaking, she froze. His face was full of worry and fear. Finally, the two got on a bus together. Da-hee rested her chin and asked, so what are you trying to talk about? She already knew everything. Earlier, you were stabbed by the stalker with a knife, but because of the loop or something that made you time travel. That place was very dangerous, so we had to run away. He immediately confirmed. Yes, exactly that, she exclaimed in shock. Are you trying to die? Do you think I'll believe that? Da-hee complained. I really thought today was going to be great, but suddenly in the last few minutes, you're talking nonsense about time travel. Kang Lim helplessly sighed. I knew you'd react like this. I told you everything I said is true. She thought for a moment and said, if we ignore the ridiculous loop, lately, I've really felt like someone's been following me. He was startled and turned to ask, really? Da-hee recounted. Just like you said, it feels like someone's been around. I've felt it for a while now. Kang Lim pressed further. Then, did you report it to the police, right? But got an unexpected answer. No, I've had a similar experience even before knowing about it. Unless something happens, reporting doesn't help at all. They said they couldn't do anything for me. He still tried to find a glimmer of hope. What about your company? As soon as he asked, Kang Lim remembered. Right, they don't have enough manpower. Da-hee sighed tiredly. But this isn't really a big problem. He looked at her in disbelief, silently protesting. It is a big problem, you idiot. Just now, I was stabbed in the stomach. At that moment, the phone suddenly vibrated. There was a message from Hyunju Onnai. At that time, Kang Lim lowered his head and thought, I don't know the exact conditions. Next time if I die, there's no guarantee I'll live again. Try to trust the loop. Neither of us is allowed to fail. She suddenly turned to probe him. If that's the case, you've seen the stalker from the previous loop, right? Why are you hated? Is that person scary? Kang Lim shortly replied, no, he looks very normal, but... If I didn't see wrong, that outfit was. I think it was the uniform of our school. Da-hee was startled. So he's a student from our school. He fell silent, recalling the plot. In New Thuong then, the detail about the stalker was never told. I think he's been following Da-hee from An Kwok to here. Then, if I look for transfer students like Da-hee, tomorrow I'll go to school and find out. Maybe I'll discover who it is. After deciding, Kang Lim specifically reminded, maybe, you should be careful at school for a while, if possible. Don't drop your good person act. Don't let anyone find out, because we don't know what will happen. She lifted her chin arrogantly. I'm already almost perfect. If it weren't for someone's fault, it would have been perfect, he awkwardly admitted. It's my fault. At that moment, the bus kept running along the road. Da-hee silently watched the city streets. She fell into thoughtful memories. When she was little, a warm hand gently patted her head. Don't worry, Da-hee. It won't be long before that person appears, the one who will open their arms to accept and protect you. She began to confide, sometimes I think I've started going the wrong way. If from the beginning I had shown who I really am, then no one would have placed their hopes and expectations on me. I think it's all karma. Seeing Kang Lim remain unresponsive, Da-hee frowned and asked, Hey, are you listening? He softly replied, Yeah. Kang Lim kept thinking. In the end, what caused the future to change like this? There were indeed a few details different from the original. But this completely deviated from what was supposed to happen. I'm not the main character, so I can't follow the original storyline. Da-hee silently looked at him, unable to say a word. His thoughts kept racing endlessly. But on the other hand, if I think about it, the plot is still following the same direction. Only the timing of the accident changed, but the content is still the same. In this case, I can still manage. Da-hee turned back to the road and gently asked, Na Kang Lim, what do you think about this? If I had been honest from the beginning, would things have been better? The out-of-context question confused Kang Lim. Suddenly you're saying. She immediately interrupted. Right now, even if I show my true self, can I still do well in modeling and school life? Hearing that, Kang Lim froze, his facial muscles stiffened. He awkwardly smiled and replied, No, not that bad. Not. He then reminded her, I told you that yesterday. Meanwhile, Kang Lim thought to himself, in the first timeline, I fell for the kind Da-hee. One person playing the role of a good person and another violent and hated. She clenched her skirt as she listened to his comment. Personally, I want you to treat me half as kindly as you treat everyone else. A second later, Kang Lim suddenly realized he had misspoken, forgetting that saying such a thing would get him punched again. And then, the scene before him froze him completely. Da-hee stayed silent, tears streaming down her face. He was stunned, not knowing what to do next. Shortly after, they arrived at the stop. The next stop will be. She hurriedly got off the bus. It's near my house. I'll walk from here. Seeing her lonely figure, it seemed unfamiliar to Kang Lim. And then, he quietly walked into his house. As soon as she saw him, his mother loudly said, Kang Lim, why are you home so late? Didn't you have no extra class today? He smiled and explained, because. Before he could finish, Min Jeong interrupted. He probably went to play at the internet cafe. His mother reminded him, we already ate and cleared the food, if you're hungry. Kang Lim ignored them and went straight to his room, which made his mother even angrier. What's wrong? Look at you, Kang Lim. As soon as he entered the room, he immediately lay down on the bed. Kang Lim felt confused. What is this? I've never seen her cry in New Thuong then. I thought she would act normal and go crazy. But why? Then, he sat up and reminded himself, No, Kang Lim, this is exactly why people call you lonely. She was probably asking sincerely. But I was too busy thinking about other things, so my answer might have hurt her. At that moment, the phone in his pocket suddenly lit up. Kang Lim quickly answered the call. The voice on the other end softly spoke. Na Kang Lim, he replied coldly. Hello Kai Hyan Ju Nguyen. She was still curious. It seems you two got back before I arrived. What's your relationship? Kang Lim immediately denied. It's not like that. Hyan Ju just laughed cheerfully. I'm kidding. I didn't call to ask that. Then she got straight to the main point. Actually, I wanted to thank you. I heard you worked very late. You even managed to deal with that grumpy old man. So I have to thank you once more. Suddenly, Hyunju's voice became serious. Right, from now on I'm speaking as the company manager and also as Da-hee's guardian. Thank you for being close to Da-hee. Kang Lim asked in confusion. Why? She looked up and explained. Because the relationship between you and Da-hee is a place where she can be honest. I think it's fine to tell you a bit about her. After saying that, she quietly got off the bus. And so Hyunju Nguyen began to talk about the good Da-hee. First about her work life, where Da-hee had to wear the mask of a good person. But she thought that if she showed that to her colleagues, she could become friends with them. She had once heard terrible things. What's wrong with you, Da-hee? Everything slowly got worse. Since then, Da-hee had always played the good person every day. It happened around high school. Since then I haven't seen Da-hee return to normal. And that continued until now, through all the chapters since New Thuong then was released. Kang Lim listened attentively and thought to himself. Of course, when talking about high school and New Thuong then it only briefly mentioned the background. So I only know a little. I already knew this. She continued to pour out her emotions. That's why she always looks so uneasy. I'm always worried about her trying to handle everything alone. Telling you this makes me feel a bit relieved. Thank you for being close to Da-hee. However, Kang Lim felt his chest tighten. But why? Why does my heart hurt even more? After a long talk, he hung up the call himself. Kang Lim tossed and turned on the bed. I want to repeat again. Should I self-destruct? Then he regretted it. What am I saying? What will happen if I actually die? Kang Lim thought seriously. Stop joking. I should go to school tomorrow and apologize. The next morning, bright sunlight shone down on the school. Da-hee blended into the crowd, slowly walking toward the classroom. He followed behind, hesitating, unable to decide. Then, gathering all his courage, Kang Lim ran up to speak. Hey, Da-hee, about yesterday. She turned back and smiled as if nothing had happened. Hello, Kang Lim. Good morning. I really appreciate yesterday. If I happen to be as busy as yesterday again, I'll ask for your help. Of course, that won't ever happen again. After saying that, she turned away happily, leaving a cheerful line. We're late. Let's go back to class. Hurry up. I need to find the stalker before the meeting happens. You've already made a plan. Investigate and deal with it your own way. Meet face to face with the stalker. Quickly record his confession. And in conclusion, it would be best if I meet him first. Kang Lim hesitated as he looked at his phone. What I need now is Da-hee's help. The stalker will try to approach Da-hee by any means possible. If she cooperates with me, everything will be easier to handle. He decided to send a series of messages. Let's meet and talk for a bit. It's something important. I have a few things to say about the stalker. Hey, Da-hee, hello. However, the plan didn't go very well. She just refused to read the messages. Kang Lim let out a sigh and made his final decision. Fine, I have my own way to deal with this. He gathered all his courage and stood before her. Hey, Da-hee, I have something I need to tell you. Can you spare me a little time? The students in the class watched and whispered, Is that Kang Lim? What's going on between him and Da-hee? He wondered to himself, You can't avoid me anymore, can you? Even though this feels a bit pathetic. Da-hee smiled awkwardly and had to respond, Really, I know what you're talking about, but can we go somewhere else? At that moment, the sky outside was turning darker and grayer. Da-hee smiled kindly and asked, What's the matter? I've been playing volleyball lately, so could you make it quick? Kang Lim asked in confusion, Why do you keep pretending like that? There's no one else here. Da-hee replied bluntly, Didn't you say I should be more careful? I'm trying my best. He answered shortly, Whatever. Kang Lim went straight to the point. About the stalker. Da-hee immediately interrupted. You don't need to worry about that anymore. He was startled. What do you mean? She smiled and explained. I already told Ho-chun about it and asked him for help. Ho-chun is the ace of the Taekwondo and Judo club. What belt is he again? I think he'll be officially certified soon. With him, I'm already fine with the situation you imagined. After hearing that, he replied, I think, yeah, he'll definitely be useful. Kang Lim recalled the storyline. According to the female high deity, the main character had reached the level where his own body had become a weapon, but she still wanted to meet the stalker alone. Da-hee remained stubborn. Everything related to the stalker has already been taken care of. Thanks for worrying about me. Feeling uneasy, he made a suggestion. Wait, stop acting like a good person for a moment. The request startled her. Huh? Kang Lim looked down and pleaded. This conversation is going nowhere. Please, just be yourself. Da-hee was completely confused. Then what should I do? He was puzzled too. Huh? Why are you asking me? Just be normal. She started to question him. You told me not to do that. You said it wasn't right. So I did what you said. Da-hee said bitterly. Maybe you don't know. I lost my parents in an accident, and I'm taking care of my 3 younger siblings. She said firmly, I'm not doing this because of dreams or guilt. To be honest, I play the role of Da-hee well because it's something I have to do. Her voice gradually softened. That's why I chose to live like this. As soon as she finished, Kang Lim quickly spoke up. Wait, what did you just say? Say it again slowly so I can understand. At this moment, she looked serious and demanded. Then you explain, why are you so obsessed with the stalker? He awkwardly replied, because. Before he could explain, Da-hee interrupted. Stop saying meaningless things like you came back from the future, and some things that have not happened yet. Why do you care about something that has nothing to do with you? Kang Lim froze. What should I? I'm sure at least to some extent. Kang Lim continued stammering, because. Da-hee's face darkened with suspicion. You are the stalker. He was stunned when he heard that. Huh, no, what are you saying? She bluntly exposed. I told Seo Yoon Young yesterday. She said she didn't know anyone named Kang Lim. So who are you? How do you know about the matter between me and Seo Yoon Young? Kang Lim hesitated to explain. Well then, Da-hee repeated the same line. It's because you are the one stalking me. He held his head in helplessness. No, what should I say now? This is complicated. A bit hard to explain, but it's not like that. The reason I followed you. Da-hee glanced doubtfully. How can I believe you? I haven't told you this, but Kang Lim, there are a lot of bad rumors about you. Kang Lim trembled as he defended himself. That doesn't matter. But you've been with me for several days now. Do I really look like a stalker? She coldly judged. Yes, you look exactly like someone who would do that. Once again, the answer struck his ears like thunder. What? Da-hee firmly asserted. I said you look exactly like someone who would do that. I already told you before. The only reason I hung out with you was because I thought you would reveal my secret. At that moment, all the rays of hope inside him suddenly went dark. Wait, right now, really, isn't this too much? Is this what I get? Her voice kept echoing in his ears. Therefore, between you and me, I never liked you from the beginning. If you didn't know about my secret. Kang Lim clenched his fists. I did all this because of you. Do you think I did it because I wanted to? Yet, to Da-hee, everything was meaningless. The stalker, someone like you. As time went on, the dark clouds gathered even more. The dreadful scene of the past was etched in Kang Lim's memory. I even tried to save you, no matter what happened. I even got stabbed. Because of me, because I'm trapped in this damned loop. Da-hee's hateful voice continued. Really, you are truly unbearable. By now, Kang Lim couldn't take it anymore and shouted, Fine, I give up everything already. The atmosphere around them suddenly went still. The sky seemed to understand the scene and started to rain. The raindrops grew heavier and heavier. The two of them stood silently under the pouring rain. Da-hee remained silent, smirking without saying anything more. Kang Lim seemed to want to let go. I'm sorry for bothering you. I won't come near you again. Is that fine? She quickly turned away and left. Fine. At the same time, Ho-chun suddenly approached in high spirits. Da-hee, it's raining. What are you doing? Seeing him, he immediately felt disgusted. Kang Lim, it's you again. Ho-chun threatened. I already warned you not to come near. After returning to school, Da-hee carefully dried her hair. As she stepped out, her classmates surrounded her admiringly. Da-hee, I heard about the volleyball match yesterday. There's really nothing you can't do. That's amazing. Suddenly, a male classmate interrupted. I heard about you. Can you help my club? there's a competition this vacation. Immediately he was pushed away by the girls. Hey, what are you saying? Dahi will join the choir club. No, Dahi's talent will shine in the broadcasting club. Hey, don't push. She fell silent and thought carefully. That's right, I can't betray their expectation. So, this must certainly be the right path. Dahi smiled kindly and said, calm down everyone, I will try to help you all. At this time, on the DVH club side, a game had just ended. Kang Lim praised the opponent in particular. This young is so good at jungling. Our team definitely knows how to play. We only play RPG though, she replied to him. I wish they did better. Then Young Ah looked over curiously. But, is it okay if you come to the club today? He anxiously inquired. What do you mean? She reminded with a few words. Isn't there something you have to do? Hearing that, Kang Lim suddenly remembered. Right, I did. But, how did you know? Young Ah said bluntly. You didn't come late today, and your eyes are less dead than usual. Your eyes are usually like this. Now they are like this, normal. Now, but Kang Lim himself felt no difference. What difference? She continued explaining. I heard Yong Su say you skipped the witch goddess event. Since you're not sick, I guessed you had something to do. This is a limited event too. Kang Lim hurriedly objected. No, I mean, do you think I am that addicted to games? Addicted? He hesitated and rubbed the back of his neck. Kang Lim recounted. Actually, there was one thing I thought I could do. So I tried to do it even though it didn't suit me. But now I think I am no longer involved. He awkwardly smiled and asked, who am I to interfere in other people's affairs? Young Ah lightly laughed and commented, that's the kind of person you are. Kang Lim, if something happens and you're serious about it, I know you're not a meddlesome person. She recalled before, when you were immersed in something. Meanwhile, Young Ah listened seriously without missing a word. She continued bashfully, even if in the end it only wastes time, that is the real Kang Lim. Young Ah's face blushed deeply as she finished. I really like that personality. He was slightly surprised. Huh, really, thanks. Young Ah quickly changed the subject. I mean, if you're busy, you don't have to come to the club on time either. Kang Lim's face fell. Actually, things are hard to salvage. To stop the accident, I need to find the stalker. But to find him, I need Dahi's help. Seeing that, Young Ah asked, what's wrong? Can I help? He gently shook his head. In game terms, I need to gank the enemy. But according to the plot, I don't know who to attack. Suddenly, Yong Su barged in laughing loudly. Is that what you're worried about, my subordinate? You should have asked me, your king, about that earlier. Kang Lim looked on helplessly with a judging glance. What are you doing? Why did you appear at the exact moment? Or have you been standing at the door eavesdropping on the conversation? He pushed up his glasses to look learned. Have you forgotten who I am? I am your king, the one with the third eye. Young Ah naively believed him. Huh, so does Yong Su know the fighting style of that mysterious enemy? He advised sternly to stop following along. He, full of experience, offered a solution. Acting first is not the only way to win. The secrets of the church have always hindered us. Thanks to that, I gained the ability to counter the enemy's surprise attacks. Kang Lim impatiently suggested, stop beating around the bush and get to the point. What do you mean? And then Yong Su said bluntly, I mean, why don't you set a trap? That will give you an advantage, even if you don't know who the enemy is. This enlightened both of them. Yong Su, you have read the new Webtoon, haven't you? He snorted and replied, good question, my envoy. That Webtoon deserves its evaluation. At this moment, Kang Lim propped his chin and murmured, I get it. We can use this method. She stared at him with a puzzled look. Huh. Seconds later, Kang Lim leaned close to her ear and whispered, but I need your help, Young Ah, by any means. Her whole body felt burning as if scorched. What was that? Cut to a dark room, images of Da He plastered everywhere. A mysterious person typed on a keyboard. Woon Hein seemed to be scheming something sinister with horrific search queries. How to execute someone, ropes, fighting with knives, tape, along with unanswered message screens. Da He, why aren't you answering me? We met already, I forgave you, I understand everything. He continuously professed his feelings through spammed messages. Da He, I love you. Finally, she decided to respond, don't be like this anymore. Let's meet and talk. The person read the message and was overjoyed. Woon Hein joyfully cheered. Finally, cheered. School was over. The students excitedly said their goodbyes. Woon Hein hurried to the meeting spot. It seemed to be in the backyard. As soon as he looked up, he saw Da-hee's back. Woon Hein eagerly spoke up. I've wanted to see you for so long, Da-hee. It's been a long time since we last talked. Yet, she didn't react at all. That made him a bit uneasy. What's wrong? Say something. Aren't you happy to see me again, Da-hee? Even so, she didn't say a word, quickly sent a message. Not at all. Woon Hein grew more and more confused. What's going on? Why are you replying through text? What are you doing? She coldly stabbed straight into his heart. I don't want to talk to you. Woon Hein, puzzled, rubbed his head. Why aren't you being honest with me? He started to spiral into delusion. I know everything already. We were supposed to be together. But since you kept your distance from me, I had no choice but to do this. Now, and back in high school, another message came in. High school? He gleefully repeated. That was about those filthy rumors that spread all over the school. That was when Da-hee was being gossiped about behind her back. It was her right, back then, with the director. Really, no wonder she became famous so fast. Wonder how much she did. Woon Hein confessed honestly. I was the one who spread those rumors. It was so easy to use those idiots to mock you. He recalled the moment Da-hee turned him down. Sorry, I'm busy with work, maybe next time. From then on, she was mocked by others. What's her problem? She just deliberately ignored us. It's because she's pretty and has lots of male fans. Right then, Woon Hein slyly fueled the fire. Hey guys, I heard that. Back to the present, he softly blamed her. Do you know how much it hurt me to have to do that? But it's all your fault for not paying attention to me. I had no other choice. Woon Hein dropped his backpack to the ground and slowly approached. It's all in the past now. I forgive you, so stop and come back to me. He reached out eagerly and invited her. We'll go far away from here. You'll be mine. We'll be happy forever after. Hearing that, Da-hee smirked mockingly. You're truly disgusting. That voice made Woon Hein freeze. No, that voice. He screamed. Who are you? Who are you? Da-hee's tone grew stern. Who am I? And then, she slowly revealed her identity. I'm Kang Lim, you bastard. Seeing that, Woon Hein froze stiff. Kang Lim quickly tore off the wig. Too bad, because you only wanted to see Da-hee. But I've always wanted to see you. Last night, I woke up in the middle of the night, because I dreamed you stabbed me. He angrily questioned, who are you? You're the bastard stalking Da-hee, aren't you? Why are you dressed like that? This is the place where Da-hee and I agreed to meet. Kang Lim retorted, what are you talking about? I'm the one who told you to meet me here. You just texted me. It was all just a trap to lure you out. That left Woon Hein stunned and speechless. He hurriedly looked back at the recent messages. What? All these texts were from you? Woon Hein trembled and protested. Don't joke around. Kang Lim bluntly clarified. I was the one who took Da-hee's number and contacted her. It was written on the club registration form. Woon Hein's eyes began to well up when he realized the truth. You planned this ahead of time. Kang Lim stayed silent, staring at him with a cold, stern expression. Yong-su's advice about setting a trap had worked. I was sure he'd show up to meet Da-hee. I had to meet him before he could see Da-hee. But there was one problem. How do I stop him from meeting Da-hee? So I set up a trap. He searched through all the club application forms Da-hee had filled out, remembering how ambitious she had been, and secretly swapped her phone number with his own. Kang Lim was certain Woon Hein wasn't a student at Minhyuk High School, and the reason he wore the uniform was simple. He wanted to be near Da-hee at all times. This incident happened faster than in the goddess above. To contact Da-hee, he'd have to check the club application form. In the original story, that event happened later, because back then, he hadn't yet learned Da-hee's number. Just as expected, Woon Hein reached out first. After that, things became easy. In just a moment, Kang Lim had achieved his goal. He disguised himself as Da-hee and lured Woon Hein here. He needed to keep up the act until Woon Hein confessed everything. Even if this couldn't serve as solid evidence, it would still be enough to start an investigation. He remembered his earlier frustration. Honestly, if he hadn't contacted me within a few days, I would have given up. Even the club president had reached out, mistaking him for Da-hee. Immediately, he got a call from the president. "Hello Da-hee," by accident, he even replied. Still, Kang Lim was secretly thankful. "Within just a few days, I caught him completely." He smirked confidently. "Yeah, I'm sure of it." He gasped in disbelief. Kang Lim continued analyzing. "Compared to the accident that happened a year after her debut anniversary, this is exactly the same event, only earlier." Then he explained aloud, "I was certain this accident would happen on the same day as her debut anniversary, because you're the kind of stalker who turned something like this into a special day." Woon Hein clenched his teeth and shouted angrily, "You bastard! What do you know about my feelings for Da-hee?" As he yelled, he rummaged through his backpack. "You're always in my way. This is perfect." Kang Lim didn't take his eyes off him for a second. Woon Hein pulled out a knife, threatening, "Since you did something filthy to Da-hee, I'll give you a chance. Go meet death." As soon as he finished speaking, he charged forward, screaming, "Die!" Kang Lim's brain raced at full speed. It doesn't matter how hard it is, there must be an answer. Unlike the protagonist in The Goddess Above, I don't have any powers. He had tried to learn how to fight by watching YouTube videos, but today's lesson was how to take a hit without pain. Still, he gasped for breath and complained, "This is too hard," and gave up after 3 minutes. With the same pose and anger, Woon Hein lunged, knife aimed straight ahead. At that moment, Kang Lim hurriedly put the wig back on. "That's why I had to use this method." Immediately, he used all his strength to scream for help. In the blink of an eye, Ho Chun came rushing out of nowhere, someone as strong as the protagonist from The Goddess Above. Thinking it was Da-hee, he instantly dashed forward and landed a clean kick straight to Woon Hein's face. Woon Hein dropped the knife and tumbled backward. Ho Chun shouted furiously, "You bastard! What did you do to Da-hee?" A few seconds later, he softened his tone. "Da-hee, are you okay?" But when he finally saw clearly, he spat out his drink in shock. "Kang Lim, why the hell are you dressed like that?" Kang Lim scratched his head awkwardly. Well," he glanced around. "And where's Da-hee?" "I came because I got a love letter from Da-hee. She said to meet behind the school." She had something to say. He felt a pang of guilt. "Sorry, it was me pretending to be Da-hee who sent you that. I can explain. But can we catch that guy? It's him who's been bothering Da-hee, following her around." Then, Kang Lim played the evidence clip. "I know everything about us loving each other." At this moment, Ho Chun glanced sideways and cursed under his breath. "This bastard." Woon Hein struggled to get up. "Who are you anyway?" Woon Hein glared at him fiercely. "You're also the bastard who follows Da-hee to bother her." Without hesitation, he pulled out a knife again. He charged forward aggressively and threatened, "Don't interfere with our happiness." He calmly took a defensive stance, ready to counterattack. Then Ho Chun decisively kicked the knife out of Woon Hein's hand, the kick directly contorting Woon Hein's face. Seeing him about to fall, Ho Chun quickly grabbed him by the collar and slammed him straight to the ground, a loud thud reverberating. After finishing the move, he let out a deep sigh. Seeing that, Kang Lim was stunned. Incredible. Is he really a student? He must be the strongest in the school. Ho Chun turned and asked, "So what's happening?" Kang Lim began to dodge. "It's a long story." Yet Ho Chun remained curious. "Just tell me." Kang Lim enthusiastically recounted everything. "I had already prepared for this situation. I accidentally discovered the stalker. I had been too delusional about justice from reading too many webtoons, so I intervened. For this reason I will just be seen as a delusional person with Chunibyu. This alone is enough to explain things to the police." At that moment, Woon Hein stubbornly refused to give up, trembling as he tried to stand. "No, my happy future with Da-hee." Suddenly, a wild idea flashed in his eyes. At that time, Ho Chun was busy questioning. "What are you saying?" Taking advantage of the moment, he leapt up, the action immediately catching their attention. "You bastard, stay still." He tried to chase, but he had already run off. Yet Kang Lim remained calm, even reassuring Ho Chun. "It's fine. There are no classes left. After school all main doors here are locked. He lifted his head confidently. I chose this place for a reason. Call the police first. Suddenly, Kang Lim's eyes widened in alarm. Wait, over there. At that moment, Da-hee was standing on the rooftop balcony, wiping sweat and muttering, halfway done already, huh?
Looking at the pile of drawings on the ground.
Da-hee sighed. Drawing is harder than I thought. She took a moment to read a message from Kang Yoon-ah of the drama club. Sorry, Da-hee. That should have been my task, she kindly replied. It's okay, you're sick, so rest first. I'll finish it today, so just leave it to me. Every night, Da-hee video called her friend Yoon-young. She teased, aren't you waiting for him? Da-hee stammered to deny. What are you talking about? Waiting for who? Yoon-young didn't hesitate to point out. The boy named Kang Lim. You already tried it, didn't you? Just as expected, he likes the better version more than the real one. Da-hee honestly replied, of course I tried. She asked again, then why are you angry at him? She furiously answered, because he's a stalker. Hearing that, Yoon-young calmly expressed her opinion. Actually, I can say he's not a stalker based on what I've heard. If he really were one, he would have done a lot more already. That's obvious. Of course, the fact that he knows about the relationship between us means he must be hiding something. While painting the base of the tree, Da-hee thought to herself, that girl just made me more confused. What am I even expecting from him? At that moment, Woon-hein called out breathlessly, Da-hee. He earnestly confessed, I don't need anything else, I just need you. Let's go somewhere no one can bother us. She froze in confusion. You, Woon-hein, why are you in Korea? He hastily questioned. What do you mean? I came here to see you, because we love each other. Da-hee asked back in confusion. Huh, what are you talking about? Then she suddenly realized, wait, it's you, the stalker following me. Woon-hein quickly denied. How could I be stalking you? I just love you, and you should only care about me. Da-hee stepped back in fear. Wait, are you insane? He shouted harshly. Be quiet. My Da-hee wouldn't say such things. A second later, he softened his voice to comfort her. It's okay, if you've been tainted, I can cleanse you. I will always accept you no matter what you are. The more he spoke, the more she stepped back. What is this? What's wrong with him? If he didn't have a knife, I could handle him. What should I do now? The best way to deal with a weapon is to run. She quickly raised her hand to stop him. Don't come any closer. Try to buy some time. Then, the railing behind Da-hee suddenly split in two. Her eyes widened in utter panic. Instinctively, her body fell backward. Her whole body gave in, collapsing along with the railing. The sudden incident even shocked Woon-hein. Witnessing it, he froze in disbelief. What? At the same time, Da-hee was terrified. Oh no, I'm falling. No way. Am I going to die just because of him? Images from before flashed through her mind. So this is the feeling of your whole life appearing before your eyes. If I had known this would happen, I would have. Her mother's comforting words once again echoed in her head. Don't worry, Da-hee. Someone will appear, someone who will reach out a hand to help you. At that moment, Kang Lim rushed over. He shouted with all his strength, grab my hand. She widened her eyes in shock. He stretched his body downward, reaching out his hand. Da-hee. From then on, Da-hee also tried to grab Kang Lim's hand, and so their hands clenched tightly together. At the same time, the sound of the railing hitting the ground echoed. Thanks to him, she was able to temporarily preserve her life. Kang Lim gritted his teeth and pulled Da-hee with all his strength. Seeing the scene, Woon-hein began to feel irrational jealousy. How dare you hold Da-hee's hand? Then, a spinning punch landed straight on his face. Ho-chun had appeared in time to teach him a lesson. He clenched his fist, gritted his teeth, and scolded. This crazy guy wants to die or what? At that moment, Woon-hein seemed to lose consciousness. Fortunately, both were out of danger. Ho-chun asked worriedly, are you two okay? Kang Lim sighed. What the hell is this? Da-hee exhaled in relief. I'm still alive. Seeing the situation safe, he said, looks like he passed out. Watch him. I'll go report to the teacher. Da-hee calmly asked, hey, how did you two know to come here? Seeing the outfit Kang Lim was wearing, she was startled. Wait, Why are you dressed like that? Caught off guard, he stammered, this outfit I'm wearing. Da-hee blushed with suspicion. You have this kind of hobby. You like doing this, don't you? Kang Lim tried to explain. Hey, it's not like that, because I was. She quickly stepped back. Don't come closer, I respect you. But stay away. Feeling rejected, he grew frustrated. Hey, I tried my best to save you. Why did you fall from there? Did you think you were filming a movie? Da-hee stammered back. What are you talking about? How is this my fault? Suddenly, his face turned pale, making her worry. Wait, Kang Lim, what's wrong with you? Holding his chest, he replied, I don't know, maybe because I ran so hard I couldn't breathe. At that moment, the sound of police sirens blared. Hey, breathe, don't die. Kang Lim weakly reassured, I won't die. Actually, I can't die. I've already done everything I could. But Da-hee still couldn't calm down. Hey, Kang Lim, the police car is already in the yard. A while later, in the faculty office, the teacher held her hand tearfully and asked, Da-hee, are you okay? Everything is fine now. The teacher will handle it from here. The teacher panicked as she held her hand. Your guardian is your manager. I already called her, and she'll be here soon. Everything is fine. You can talk about this later. Your safety comes first. Are you hurt anywhere? I'll call the school nurse. Da-hee quickly waved her hand. It's fine. I'm not hurt at all. She forced a smile and glanced at Ho-chun. Thanks to you for coming at the right time. Right. He froze and replied, which made the teacher in disbelief. You. The other teachers praised. Well done, Ho-chun. You're amazing. You even handled a guy with a knife. The male teacher next to them added, of course. He's the ace of the taekwondo club. I'm really looking forward to the national championship this year. He subconsciously wanted to object. No, But the teacher patted his shoulder. Good job. Don't be shy. Ho-chun frowned thinking, it's true I handled that scumbag, but I wasn't the one who saved Da-hee. At that moment, he also noticed on the rooftop, Da-hee. He was targeting Da-hee. Just as he was about to run after him, that bastard, Kang Lim had already moved faster. His eyes widened as he froze watching. Back then, he had run with all his strength. From that moment, Ho-chun silently admired him. You were weaker than me in every way. Yet at that moment you ran faster than me. The teachers proudly went around telling everyone. At that moment, Young-ah hurriedly ran to the infirmary. She called out anxiously, Kang Lim? He was looking at his phone and was startled. Park Young-ah, why are you here? She was so worried she could cry. I heard you were stabbed while trying to protect Da-hee. The rumor spread too fast, making you panic. Saying that, Young-ah rushed in, opened the blanket by herself and asked, Are you okay? Where is the wound? Is it deep? Kang Lim hurriedly reassured. No, calm down, I'm fine. If I had been stabbed, I wouldn't be lying in the infirmary. I'd be in the emergency room. She exhaled in relief. I see, I heard the rumor that you fell off the cliff while fighting 1 against 13. Kang Lim exclaimed in horror. The cliff at school. To avoid making Young-ah worry, he decided to clarify. The nurse said I just had a cramp. Just need to rest a bit. It's fine. She was finally convinced. You're right. So, have you solved the problem? Kang Lim gratefully replied. Yes, all thanks to you, Young-ah. Thank you for listening to my strange request, and also for helping even when I didn't explain anything. He looked at the uniform in the corner and promised, I'll wash the uniform and return it to you tomorrow. And thank Na Yun for me, she replied softly. You don't need to wash it, just give it to me. He was a bit curious. You said you borrowed the wig from the drama club. How did you borrow it? Young-ah explained casually. Don't worry, I just said it because you're interested in a new hobby. Kang Lim quickly reminded. Wait, that's not good. Why say that? She replied embarrassed. I thought you wanted to keep this secret. He hastily explained. That's true, but that's not what I meant. Yong-soo outside eavesdropped and laughed with satisfaction. You deserve to be my subordinate. Everything gradually returned to normal, Kang Lim thought. From what I know, this should be the end of the case. A week has passed. According to the latest news, the stalker has been arrested. All thanks to Da-hee and Kang Ho-chun and my audio file, and the evidence found in the stalker's room. His punishment has been decided. he will be sent to a juvenile education center. Anyway, if I had known he was the culprit of the high school accident, and if I had known Da-hee and he knew each other from before, this wouldn't have been so difficult, because the high school accident in New Fuong then only briefly explained the context. At this moment, the excited chatter in the classroom rose again. I heard there's chicken at lunch today. Really, I'm so hungry, he thought. Anyway, whether there's an accident or not, Da-hee is always busy, so I don't have time to reconcile with her. Suddenly, a female student stepped forward to report, "Hey, Da-hee, this month, the basketball team." Kang Lim took it all in. She still continues to help clubs. There's a rumor she never refuses requests from clubs, and it seems many places want Da-hee to help them. She cheerfully replied, "Really? Okay, just a little." He secretly thought, she agrees to every request and still models, truly busy. If she said she would do it, she definitely will. Anyway, it doesn't concern me. Finally, the stalker incident ended. A while later, lunchtime arrived. "Can I have a little more?" "Sure, here's some more. You must have had a hard time." Kang Lim silently rejoiced. "Anyway, now I can rest." A few days later, something quite surprising happened. Suddenly, while eating, he received a message. Da-hee proactively made an appointment. "I have a few things to tell you. Stay in the classroom after school." And then the door slowly opened. Kang Lim casually entered the classroom. He quickly asked straight to the point, "What's up? You've been working all the time." She replied softly, "You're here. The television club asked me for help. They asked me to write dialogue for them." Seeing Kang Lim silent, Da-hee asked, "Is your chest okay? That day your chest was pressed hard and overexerted. Everything okay?" He awkwardly replied, "I already texted. I just had stomach cramps." She wrote while casually reminding, "Really? Then you should start exercising. Your stomach only hurts after running." Kang Lim immediately objected, "Leave me alone. It's none of your business. If you want, then I should start learning something, maybe martial arts or boxing." Hearing that, Da-hee sneered, "You, boxing?" He irritably questioned, "So why did you call me here? Or should I just leave?" Suddenly, she firmly put her pen down. Da-hee began to get to the point. "I called you out because I wanted to tell you this directly. Even if this is just a coincidence and a nuisance for you. Anyway, thank you for saving me." He hurriedly interrupted her, "Wait, let me speak first." Kang Lim stood upright, bowed his head, and expressed his feelings. "I'm sorry." Those two words surprised her. "Huh?" His voice was filled with sincerity. "That time when we talked on the bus, I said something I shouldn't have. I thought it was just a joke, but I realized it wasn't. I didn't know I had hurt you. I'm sorry." Da-hee smiled comfortingly. "It's fine. After all, it was true. I'm also sorry for saying harsh words to you. Obviously, everyone likes the better version of Da-hee." Suddenly, Kang Lim bent down, looking straight into her eyes. "Now, can I answer the question you asked me before?" Da-hee was puzzled. "Huh?" He gently reminded, "The question you asked last time. If you weren't playing the role of a good Da-hee, would life still be as great if you lived true to yourself?" Kang Lim folded his arms and smiled confidently. "I think it would, definitely would." Hearing that, Da-hee got angry. "What are you saying? No way it could be. If you're trying to be polite to me, I don't need that." He raised his chin and retorted, "You think I'd be polite to you? You know what our relationship is," she said. "Of course our relationship is different now. But don't you think it would be great if you did that?" Kang Lim imagined the scene of Da-hee being honest with herself. "I'm a sinful woman, like a queen." Hearing that, she had to threaten, "Do you want to die?" And then, he smirked confidently. "I'm sure this will go very well. It can't be wrong. Because whether it's the good version or the hot-tempered version, they're all Da-hee." That look on Kang Lim's face once again struck Da-hee's heart. He continued, "So you don't need to pretend when you're with me. Just be like before. Just be comfortable." The more she listened, the more she found it ridiculous, which made Kang Lim curious. "What's wrong?" Da-hee was moved to tears. "Really? You said you're not lonely anymore, right? So you must have prepared that line to encourage me. It's really bad, by the way, in so many ways." Her words unintentionally made him upset. "Sorry, why do you keep saying the word lonely?" Da-hee laughed and replied, don't worry, I'm not forcing you to admit it's true. Kang Lim shouted angrily, hey, I don't like being called that. She gave in to him. Fine then, you said everything would still be fine, right? Da-hee smiled and agreed, alright. If so, then I'll give you the honor. I'll call you Da-hee's #1 fan. She pointed straight at him. Kang Lim's head was full of question marks. Huh? What did you just say? What am I? She crossed her arms and asked sharply, what? Are you going to deny what you just said? He weakly protested. And I am a fan, but why is it you calling me that? Shouldn't I be the one admitting it or appointing myself? Da-hee made up a random reason to explain, because you did a great job being my manager last time, and you also helped me finish quite a few lists. Kang Lim sighed helplessly. So what? Da-hee hesitantly replied, because, like you said, from now on, I won't pretend in front of you anymore, and I'll make you wholeheartedly be my slave. The wind of the evening glow also swayed after her words. Da-hee gently brushed her hair. Just wait and see. Kang Lim looked on, flustered, his face turning red. He wondered, what's wrong with her? For a moment it was like she stepped out of a webtoon. No, she really did come out of a webtoon, but that's not what I meant. She smiled and continued, now then, you'll have to. Da-hee placed a stack of papers into his hands. Help me with this, and this too, all from the broadcasting club. Kang Lim was so shocked he almost fell backward. Why is there so much? He panicked and cried out, all of it. You're dumping all the work on me and running off. She calmly replied, that's right. Honestly, it's such a bother. I'm glad I have a hard-working slave. I mean #1 fan. Kang Lim thought he misheard. Hey, did you just call me a slave? Da-hee started to play dumb. Huh, what are you talking about? I didn't hear anything. The next day, she was sitting alone in the schoolyard looking at her phone. Suddenly, a message from Kang Lim appeared. What's up? Something wrong? She replied, I want to ask about what you know about me and Yoon Young. Should I be honest? She quickly responded, I'm serious, before answering. He especially reminded, then, no laughing, okay? Da-hee eagerly waited for each word. It's just that. Before you transferred here, I already knew about you and joined your fan club, because I'm a huge fan of yours. She couldn't help but laugh as she read the message. At that moment, a group of people suddenly approached. Da-hee, are you free? So you were here? She froze and replied, what is it? The two of them started to ask. We were wondering if you could help the baseball club today. We heard you've been helping lots of other clubs. Even some seniors came to watch. Da-hee smiled awkwardly. Sorry guys, I've been active all day, so I'm kind of tired. I was planning to head home early. The two didn't expect to be rejected. Huh, you can't help. I already told the seniors you were coming. I thought for sure you'd help. We heard you helped the basketball and volleyball clubs, but you can't come to the baseball club. Is it that hard? Her voice gradually turned harsh. I already said I'm not coming. Idiots, did you not get it when I was trying to be nice? Or are your ears broken and you need me to make you a new hole? Hearing that, both of them gaped in shock. Huh, what was that? Then Da-hee stood up. So? She stuck her tongue out teasingly. I'm not helping because I'm tired. Da-hee told them, right guys, I already watched the whole drama last night. Her two friends eagerly asked, really, how was it? Captain Yu was so cool, right? She smiled brightly and replied, yes, the chemistry teacher was cool too, but not quite as much. Kang Lim watched from afar and thought, after the stalking incident, Da-hee has become closer to her classmates, not like before, back when she still cared about others' attention. Now, she can talk more comfortably. Da-hee frowned as she expressed her feelings. You know what? In the middle of the drama, Director Jin, he's such a lunatic. Watching a villain like him just makes me so damn mad. He evaluated. I didn't realize she had changed. She's slowly beginning to show the side of herself she had been hiding. Because of that, it seems the wall that couldn't be reached is starting to lower. And it seems like there's no problem anymore. As for me, several days have passed, and I still keep wondering about the conditions of the loop. I'm thinking about game over. So far, The loop has activated 3 times. When Da-hee died, when I died, and when the relationship between me and Da-hee never formed. If this were a game, then those situations would be game over. That's probably how the loop works. But the main issue, according to my assumption, is that a bad ending or sad ending could still happen. For example, last time when the relationship between me and Da-hee completely fell apart, at that time, I had entirely given up on saving her. If it had continued like that, then Da-hee could have been harmed by the stalker. But if she didn't die, then it's not a death ending. Death is the end. And if she got injured and became a vegetative person, would that be a bad ending? In that case, there's no guarantee that the loop would activate and bring us both back to the present. Simply put, the game could end even if she didn't die. And if the loop didn't work, then we would really die. I hope that nonsense won't happen. But I still can't stop worrying about the loop. If this isn't a webtoon but reality, then I'd better prepare for the worst scenario. Therefore, I need to prepare thoroughly. According to the goddess, the next event will occur with the new heroine. On his phone, information was displayed. Dracone lost the streak. Will Rosenti not be able to join the next round? On Young-ah's side, she was asking her classmates' thoughts after reading her webtoon. How was it? Na-yoon looked at it for a while. Honestly, I like the webtoon you drew, but I'm not so sure. Maybe it's better than the last one. Another classmate grabbed the phone and teased. This one, Na-yoon, did you draw it? What, you want to be a webtoon artist? Let me see. She replied, it's not me, it's Young-ah. Have you guys read it? What do you think? The two's attitude became awkward. Huh, right, Young-ah drew it. It's fine, I guess. She immediately sensed it and thought, I see. Suddenly a classmate came calling. Young-ah, the teacher wants you in the office for career guidance. As she stepped out, she happened to run into Kang Lim. Today, your dead eyes, huh? Young-ah stared at him. What happened? Your face looks strange. Kang Lim replied. It's you, Young-ah. Hi, she noticed. Your dark circles are shorter by 1 millimeter. That attention surprised him. How did you notice that? Young-ah continued. Anyway, did something happen between you and Da-hee? Even if you're not injured, it looked dangerous. Kang Lim sighed. So you've heard about it. Well, it was a bit dangerous. She expressed her wish. If you had told me more, I could have helped. It's good that you're curious, but I don't want you to get hurt. He quickly denied. No, it's not like that, really. Inside, Kang Lim thought, I feel kind of bad for making her worry unnecessarily like this, but I can't tell the truth about the goddess. Therefore, he brought up another topic. Anyway, midterms are coming soon. We are already in the 2nd year. We should start thinking about studying, so I think that odd behavior made Young-ah immediately call 119 right? Yes, this is Minhak High School. Kang Lim felt helpless. Is it that surprising that I said I wanted to study? She even comforted him. It's okay, Kang Lim. Modern medicine will cure you. Don't treat normal people like mental patients. A moment later, he still asked worriedly. You didn't call, right? Kang Lim knew, honestly, if it were Young-ah, she would definitely believe him. But if I do something wrong, the future will be unstable, so I don't want Young-ah to get involved in this dangerous matter. She suddenly hesitated. But I want to help. If anything goes wrong, I still want to help you, because when I was having a hard time you saved me. The reason I didn't quit drawing webtoons is because I met you. If you're worried about something, don't do everything alone. Instead, tell me everything. I want to help you. She got so excited that she stepped closer to Kang Lim. His face turned red like a tomato as he avoided her gaze and reminded her, Young-ah, you're a bit close. She turned away in embarrassment. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. Oh my God, he was just as flustered. No, thank you for caring about me, thank you. Honestly, you've already helped me a lot last time. If you say so, then I have something. I have some trouble, want to hear it. Young-ah agreed. Yes, tell me. Kang Lim awkwardly began. Actually, this is a bit hard to say. I just went to the teacher's office, and they said DVH is about to be disbanded. They held an emergency meeting for the multicultural club. He announced, therefore, if we don't find new members within 7 days, our club will be disbanded according to school rules. They said so, and the advisor also said he's quitting. Yang-su frowned and cursed. Damn it, those Black Guild people. Can't believe they're using dirty tricks like this. Young-ah said sadly, no freshmen are joining. A club with only 3 members isn't that great. Da-hee added, if this place disappears, it'll be a bit troublesome. Even if school life is quite peaceful, this is still the best place to rest. Kang Lim noticed something on the list. Wait, why is someone not in the club sitting here? Da-hee looked confused. Huh, you're not in multicultural. Kang Lim, he pointed directly, that's you. Talk less. If you're like this, why not join the club? You can keep staying here, and this club won't be disbanded. She refused. I don't want to. I still want to experience other clubs. Of course, if you ask me for help, if you beg me to join, I might not be able to refuse. For Young-ah, I'll let you borrow my name. Kang Lim didn't bother talking to her anymore. From now on we should start recruiting more members, Young-ah reported. Most freshmen have already joined other clubs. Being stared at, he wondered, why are you looking at me like that? Got any good ideas? Da-hee scolded. Forget it, nothing. Yang-su made a useful discovery. Boss, come look at this. Having few members doesn't mean the club will be disbanded. If we regularly submit annual activity reports, with the Black Guild certification, the club can still exist. Kang Lim murmured, annual activity, it should be somewhere around here. After some searching, he found that document. Here it is, the copy. Da-hee curiously asked, what does it say? Let me see. The copy read, Annual Club Activity Report. Club name, Multicultural Club. President Kang Lim. Last year's achievements. Didn't curse the jungler. Didn't swear while gaming. This year's goal. No goal. Just want to play. Everyone reached diamond. Plan. Do our best. Issues. None. After reading, she blamed it all on him. This is why the club's being disbanded. Kang Lim was stunned. Why? I wrote it honestly. Da-hee angrily scolded. Why are you being so honest? You need to have a reasonable reason. The goal you told me before when you joined multicultural wasn't bad at all. Back then you even tempted me. First, you'll get to experience many different cultures, to broaden your knowledge, understanding, and experiences and find a path for your future. At least that's how it looked, actually. Kang Lim avoided her gaze. That line wasn't mine. I took it from the former president. She got so annoyed that her hands itched to interfere. Unbelievable. Anyway, this is my specialty. Let me help you. Young-ah exclaimed joyfully. Really? Thank you, Da-hee, she reminded. Tell me what the club usually does. I'll write it down nicely for you. He revealed, it's not as it seems. The club is very diverse. Not only do we play online games, but we also play board games too. Yang-su and Young-ah added, sometimes we also play mobile games like Witch Goddess. And we also play console games that Yang-su brings from home. Da-hee's face darkened as she forced a smile. Do you guys really want the club to be disbanded? Is it all just games? Kang Lim tried to prove his team wasn't useless. We don't just play games, we also read a lot of webtoons, she replied. So you can't escape being an otaku, huh? Kang Lim pointed to the person next to him and introduced, hey, Young-ah even draws webtoons herself. Da-hee instantly perked up. Really? That's amazing. Young-ah is a webtoon artist. She shyly waved her hands. No, calling me an artist is a bit. I just want to become one. Da-hee didn't mind, but that's still great. If you don't mind, let me see your work. Young-ah accepted. Okay, just a little embarrassing. After reading that webtoon, Da-hee burst into tears. She wiped her eyes with a tissue. So touching. I can't believe this is a story about a goblin who sacrificed his whole life for his friends. Young-ah, have you published this series? I'll buy more cookies on my account. She replied, what do you mean published? It's not finished yet. I'm trying to complete it to submit for the upcoming contest. Kang Lim interrupted. Da-hee, you also read a lot of series, right? Yang-su bragged. Let me tell you, that series is indeed great. Only missing one thing. If you add a descendant of the ancient dragon race who can travel through time and space. Kang Lim coldly cut him off. Anyway, what should we do now? Da-hee confidently said she could fix it. It's fine. If you have something that produces good results, it won't be hard to write it as an annual activity. He was doubtful. Really? So what are you going to write? She revealed. Probably let the members focus on experiences, as the club's name suggests. Young-ah quietly watched them getting along. Outside, the sunset covered everything. Da-hee walked quickly down the hallway. In her hand was the club application form. At the teacher's office, Da-hee nervously asked, "So, it's not approved?" The teacher replied, "There's nothing wrong with the list. But the problem is a club with 3 members is still too few. And the larger clubs also need extra rooms for their activities, if you don't count the one you just mentioned. The club still needs 2 or 3 more people." She responded, "Yes, I understand." The teacher wondered, "But Da-hee, you're not a member of Multicultural, why are you?" She hesitated about that. That club application was Da-hee's. She joined just to make up the number. Da-hee told herself, "It's not that I want to help him, it's just because of that accident last time, and I hate owing anyone." As she was going up the stairs, Da-hee ran into a familiar face. Young-ah, why haven't you gone home yet?" she replied. "I was just talking to the art teacher about career counseling." "So, how's the list going? You plan to join Multicultural?" Da-hee stammered in embarrassment. "Well, I plan to join. Anyway, that's the place I usually go to. Anyway, Kang Lim, he has helped me a lot. How should I put it? The thing is, you know I had trouble with that stalker, right? And at that time, he did a few things to help me, so I have to repay him for that." Young-ah realized, Da-hee, whenever you talk to Kang Lim your mood changes. She didn't understand. Me?" She spoke up. "Can I ask you something? Da-hee, do you like Kang Lim?" She froze when asked that question, while Young-ah eagerly waited for the answer. Na Yoon hurriedly ran over and asked, "Hey, have you guys seen Young-ah anywhere?" The 2 classmates replied, "Who? Young-ah? No. Why?" Da-hee couldn't believe what she just heard. "Young-ah, what did you just say? I like Kang Lim, someone like him?" Young-ah blushed and confirmed, "That's right." Da-hee burst out laughing. "Sorry, I guess I still don't understand Korean very well. You mean you're asking if I'm into him, like have a crush on him?" She nodded once to confirm, "That's what I'm asking." Da-hee was speechless, as if frozen in place. In the end, she couldn't hold it anymore and laughed out loud. She held her stomach, unable to suppress the laughter. "I like Kang Lim. Why would I?" Young-ah was confused. "Da-hee, aren't you laughing a bit too much?" She laughed until tears came out. "But it's really funny, me liking someone like him." Young-ah didn't believe it. "Isn't it true? You two seem close, and you even go to the same club together." Da-hee explained, "Well, it's not like that between us. Probably because we got to know each other through mutual friends, though not exactly. After that, he helped me a bit with school life. Me joining the multicultural thing is just a thank you. I absolutely don't have even the slightest feeling about what you're saying. Even if the sun rose in the west and set in the east, something like that would never happen." Young-ah blinked and added, "But the sun normally rises in the east." Da-hee blushed and continued, "In my opinion, someone like him, after what's happened, compared to the first time we met, he's a little better, but that's all." She sighed. "I see, sorry for asking such a thing." Da-hee replied cheerfully, "It's fine, it's good to laugh this much once in a while. But why did you suddenly ask me that? Young-ah, do you like someone like him?" She admitted it, while Da-hee, not realizing, said, "I was just joking, just joking. How could you possibly?" When she realized the quiet yes, she was startled. Wait, what?" Young-ah shyly admitted, I like Kang Lim." She shouted in shock, "Really? Why? What do you see in him? Is he super rich or something?" She answered, "You're underestimating Kang Lim a bit. It's not what you think. How should I put it?" Da-hee looked at her curiously. Finally, she said supportively, "I get it, Young-ah, don't worry. I'll definitely help you. Leave it to me." Help? The next day, Kang Lim frowned and asked Yang-soo beside him, "What's this?" Outside the door was a notice, "Strategy meeting in progress. Kang Lim, Yang-soo, do not enter." He frowned suspiciously. "Maybe. Our base has been taken over. I spent all my time trying to reach Lokstai's level 7. He tried to open the door, couldn't believe it. No idea what was going on. But whoever did this must be Inside, Dahi was making plans for her friend. She excitedly talked about her plan called the God of Love plan. I will become the God of Love and connect Young-ah with Kang Lim. From now on the strategy meeting begins. She noticed, you look even more excited than me. Dahi replied, honestly, I've always wanted to play matchmaker for my friends like this. I've always wanted to have a girl talk once. Don't get me wrong, I'm not doing this for fun. Since I have no dating experience, I called in an expert. Young-ah was surprised. An expert really? Dahi gestured to one side and called, come out, love expert. That expert turned out to be someone familiar, teacher Na-yoon. She greeted warmly, hi, I came because Dahi told me. Young-ah was shocked that a third person joined this mission. Huh, why did Na-yoon pop out from there? You two met at the drama club, right? Dahi confirmed, that's right, so I'm really happy. Na-yoon started, didn't expect someone else besides me to want to talk about it. Young-ah's hopeless love story has appeared. It has been a tough and lonely battle until now, she protested. That's just what you think. Na-yoon eagerly wrote on the board the title, Love is about details, then said, but from today, it must end. Repeat after me. Love is about details. Dahi unconsciously repeated, love is about details. Only Young-ah sat out of it. You two seem to be having fun. She replied, of course. As the saying goes, the battlefield of love is like war. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you will win every battle. Na-yoon chimed in, that's right, so I have a few things to ask. What is it about Kang Lim that makes you like him? She explained, well, there are many reasons. If I have to say, maybe first it's his kindness, and also his sincerity, and his thoughtfulness too. Dahi felt something was off. Stop right there. Young-ah, sorry, but there must be a misunderstanding here. There's someone else in school with the same name, Kang Lim, right? I thought you were talking about Kang Lim with the dead fish eyes. Young-ah was confused. It's him. No one else has that name. His name is really unique, and no one has dead fish eyes as beautiful as Kang Lim. The more I look, the more I love his dead fish eyes. Her love-struck expression left her two friends speechless. She shyly blurted out, look at me. Would it be weird if I liked his appearance? The beauty standards of Dahi and Na-yoon were shaken. They both felt that love is truly terrifying. Na-yoon reluctantly accepted this truth. Fine, let's go with that. I've written books about giving relationship advice. Volumes 2 to 10 are being sold in stores for 9,001. Young-ah was shocked. Since when have you been doing business? She bluntly said, your relationship is the one that needs the least advice. She was confused. Huh, what do you mean? Na-yoon pointed out that the problem lies in how close the two of you already are. But even though you're that close, nothing has happened yet. So what we need is just a small push. She understood. I see. Dahi suggested, if what you need is a small push, then why don't you invite him out, or give him a special gift? The expressions on both their faces turned strange upon hearing that idea. That reaction left Dahi confused. Huh, what's wrong? Na-yoon replied wearily, gifts won't work, because she can't even give it to him. Seeing Young-ah rummage through her backpack, she was surprised. Huh, you still have it right, Young-ah, take it out, she agreed. Fine. The gift she had carefully prepared was a bag of chocolate. Here. Dahi wondered, what's that? Chocolate. Homemade chocolate. I made it for Kang Lim for Valentine's Day. She asked, what, February 14th, right? It's April now. How come? Only then did Dahi realize, you still haven't given it to him. This won't do. We have to use a more extreme method. Na-yoon, frustrated with the progress, said, I'm not joking. The only way is to catch them and lock them up together. The two began plotting something wicked. Hey, him and her, right, yes, we're the same age. They'll know what to do. That made Young-ah interrupt. Enough. You two are going too far. They both shot back. You're the one going too far. The chocolate's spoiled already. Yeah, 2 months is a bit much. She swore with determination. I've decided. This time I'll definitely do it. Today I'll give him the chocolate. Young-ah encouraged herself. I will. Her best friend praised. Good job. Na-yoon worried. But will this really be okay? It seems she still hasn't realized. Even if she does, I'll be on Young-ah's side. She was now meeting Kang Lim on the rooftop. Facing the person she liked, Young-ah wanted to give up. It's too hard, he spoke first. What's wrong? You said you had something to tell me. She now couldn't utter a word. I was thinking of giving it to him, but my mouth froze. I couldn't say anything. So Young-ah changed the topic. I wanted to ask about multicultural. I heard the annual activity wasn't approved, so our club will be disbanded. Kang Lim revealed. About that, since Da-hee joined, we were given some special consideration. They said they'd give us another month to handle it. She tried to act natural. I see, lucky then, thanks to that. Da-hee was really happy this morning. He added, though everything she wrote was a lie. Unbelievable. Young-ah felt disheartened thinking, even if Da-hee has no feelings for Kang Lim, maybe he's starting to like Da-hee. She's beautiful and talented in every way. He asked curiously, by the way, how did you get the rooftop door open? Since some incidents happened in this building last time, all the rooftop access should be locked. She explained, the door here is rusty. You just have to use a bit of force to open it. Really, I've been coming up here alone since my first year. And I just realized, the first day I met you was also. Right then a voice came from behind. Huh, why is the door open like this? Young-ah's homeroom teacher called out, who's up there? Kang Lim panicked. That's your homeroom teacher's voice. She was equally alarmed. Why didn't you close the door? The two whispered, trying to find a plan. Sorry, I couldn't close it. What do we do if we get caught? We're in trouble. I'm already under scrutiny for the career counseling issue. Hide, quick, where? The teacher angrily flung the door open. Don't you know students are forbidden up here? Who broke the door, skipping class and... But on the rooftop there wasn't a single person. She looked around. Why is no one here? Strange, I clearly heard someone's voice. The two of them were hiding behind the open door, and Young-ah was pressed close against his chest. Both of them were so tense and embarrassed that their faces turned red. The teacher went back down in confusion. Strange, I clearly heard voices on this floor. The two of them remained still, holding that position. A strange feeling welled up inside both their hearts. Kang Lim quickly stepped back. Sorry, we had to hide fast. Young-ah felt it. This is the feeling, more than giving chocolate. I want to say this feeling out loud. She gathered all her courage and called out, Kang Lim, for me, this nervous feeling, the one I've kept secret and bottled up, since my first year. Young-ah hesitated. Actually, I have something I want to tell you. Something I want to tell you. The teacher, who seemed to have left, came back at the exact wrong moment. She angrily walked up. I caught you too. Young-ah, and you're from class 1, right? You're not first years anymore. How can you not know that going up to the rooftop is forbidden, especially after the last accident? This place is locked. How could you too? Both of them bowed their heads and replied, we're sorry. Then Kang Lim finally realized, wait, what was Young-ah about to say? It felt like she was about to confess or something like that. He shook his head in denial. No, stop imagining things, Kang Lim. Don't misunderstand. Why would Young-ah confess to me anyway? The teacher finally stopped scolding. Do you understand now? They obediently answered, yes, we're sorry. We promise not to do it again. She reminded them, don't let me catch you again, and Young-ah, come with me. We'll continue the career counseling from yesterday. Meanwhile, her two friends were walking leisurely down the hallway. Da-hee wondered, I wonder how it went. Do you think Young-ah did it? Did she give him the chocolate and confess? Na-yoon knew too well. Come on, aren't you expecting too much? Even if Young-ah stayed calm, she must be overthinking a lot. They stopped by the teacher's office after hearing a loud voice. Young-ah, are you crazy? When will you give up this hobby? You should start preparing for your future. You're already in your second year. Even back in first year when you entered some contests, your grades dropped. Remember, at least you should focus on your studies. The two peeked inside and whispered to each other, what's with the teacher? What's going on? Why is she scolding Young-ah for that? She's our homeroom teacher. She used to be the advisor for the debate club Young-ah was in before she switched to the drama club. She's kind of old-fashioned, like an old lady. The teacher continued lecturing. Do you know how few people can make a living drawing webtoons? Don't you think you should have some kind of backup plan? First, you need to get into college. Then you can draw webtoons as much as you want. Besides, your parents also want you to go to college. I know talking to the art teacher was a good start. Na Yoon whispered. I knew Young-ah was struggling with career counseling, but I didn't think the teacher would blow up like this. Da-hee angrily muttered, damn it, this pisses me off. How can they force their own expectations on someone else like that? Inside, the counseling session ended when the teacher handed her the paper again. Do you understand? Go think it over, and resubmit the survey form. Young-ah quietly walked out. Two friends cared. Young-ah, are you okay? She was surprised. Huh, Da-hee and Na-yoon, what are you two doing here? Both spoke at the same time. That's not important. The problem is we heard your conversation with the homeroom teacher. That teacher really went too far. Young-ah did not take it to heart. It's true she spoke a bit too harshly, but it was only for my own good. Anyway, about the chocolate. They stayed silent, looking at her with puzzled eyes. Young-ah was confused. What's wrong? Na-yoon replied, no, how should I say this? You look better than I thought. Da-hee continued, we were even planning to comfort you. She gently reassured, it's okay, I feel fine about this. Da-hee still didn't quite believe. Huh, really? Young-ah assured, really, I don't care what others say about me. I just need the people who understand me, that's enough. Since I was little, I didn't have many relatives my age, so whenever I went to my uncle's house during the holidays, I was always left alone, distant from the adults. And one day, my father felt sorry for me, so he gave me a phone with many apps already installed. That was the first time I knew about Webtoon, and it didn't take too long before I became absorbed in it. I started drawing the basic lines myself because it was fun, and I also wanted to be praised, and when I was little, I believed that if I kept working harder, then one day, the dream of becoming a webtoon artist would come true. But her parents didn't value it. Huh, a webtoon artist, that's childish. It's fine, with your age. It's understandable why. Young-ah continued, and her peers were the same. They indifferently asked her, are you okay? That sounds nice. Are you really going to do it? Even the teacher advised, you have to focus on studying. If you think with these grades. Young-ah said sadly, everyone made things hard for me. Everyone tried to cheer me up by praising or something. No one took it seriously. That's why I joined the webtoon contest to prove to them that I was completely serious about it. I wanted to prove to them that I could, but then, it was humiliating. I was too delusional. On the day she hid on the rooftop comforting herself, the phone displayed, Webtoon Contest Round 1, Contest Result, Failed. Young-ah stood at the crossroads. Maybe I really should just give up. Just leave it as a hobby. Her teacher's words haunted her mind. I don't think you can make a living from this. That's why Young-ah decided I should grow up and look forward. I just need to throw the USB away and everything will be over. She pulled the USB out and walked to the railing. But right at that moment, Young-ah truly couldn't bear it. Should I really throw it away like this? I want to do it like this. I will start everything again. Should I really do this? Alone, she stood lonely on the rooftop. Lonely on the Young-ah just slightly slipped. The tablet in her hand fell down. She screamed desperately, no, and it fell into the bushes just as Kang Lim was passing by. He was surprised. What's this? How come a tablet fell from the sky? A modern death note. Picking it up to check, Kang Lim was curious. This is no luck, Webtoon huh? He was silent looking at the contents inside. Young-ah hurriedly ran down and asked, are you okay? Are you hurt? Kang Lim replied, it's fine, I'm okay. This is your tablet. She sighed in relief. He's also a first year like me. I accidentally dropped it from the rooftop. How lucky. He wondered, you drew this webtoon? I've never seen this one before. Young-ah was startled. Huh, you read it already? Kang Lim was surprised. Huh, I wasn't supposed to read it. I'm sorry, I accidentally looked. She denied, no, it's not that you can't. Then she asked with expectation, how is it? He hesitated. Well, it seems quite good. That gave her encouragement. Really? Kang Lim evaluated the story. Personally, I'm a bit disappointed with the main character. The design is quite good, but it feels like the main character just suddenly appears to solve the problem, which makes the character lack depth because of no past or reason to fight. But I quite like the setting and scenery. It's quite special and distinctive, but in Chapter 1, the narration is a bit too much. Personally, I prefer ending a chapter with a conversation of the main character. Also, right here at the end of Chapter 2, I think it would fit better if you change the word order to suggestion at the start of Chapter 3. Anyway, if you do that, the total pages will drop to under 80 pages. After hearing that feedback, Young-ah burst into tears. Kang Lim panicked. I'm sorry, did I say too much? I didn't mean anything bad, I was just thinking randomly. She suddenly said, I'm awful. I'm really awful. Because I'm awful, that's why I failed the contest. He couldn't keep up for a moment. What's wrong? Young-ah expressed, but I still don't want to stop drawing Webtoon. Seeing her crying hard, Kang Lim didn't know what to do. Wait, hold on, don't cry anymore. I'm sorry, you drew the main character beautifully. To her, Kang Lim, you were the first person who truly respected her dream. That day, thanks to meeting him, Kang Lim continued drawing Webtoon. Since then, she kept doing it. When she came to class, Young-ah was surprised to see the person inside. She suspiciously asked, Kang Lim, aren't you busy with cram school today? Kang Lim replied, well, you just sent me the revised Webtoon, and I thought it's because of me that you got caught. Did something happen in the teacher's room? When thinking about what Na Yoon asked, what do you like about Kang Lim? His concern gave her a clear answer. It must be this. Young-ah searched her backpack while replying, nothing. Anyway, Kang Lim. Receiving chocolate from her, he was shocked. Really? I thought you bought it from a store. Young-ah, you like baking, huh? I didn't expect you to make chocolate yourself, even though it's not any special occasion. Kang Lim seemed to realize something. Wait, homemade chocolate. This means. Isn't that a confession from a girl to a boy? Handmade chocolate, a gift. Remembering Young-ah's strange behavior, he had a guess. Could it be? Maybe she really. No way. Last time with Dahi, Kang Lim, I only got chocolate. He hurriedly explained, it's nothing. I just feel a bit shy eating it. But as he stood up, Kang Lim accidentally tripped on the chair leg. That bag of chocolate flew into the air, and he accidentally fell right on top of Young-ah. Time seemed to stop at that moment. She suddenly asked, does it taste good? Kang Lim's face turned red, his heart racing. He quickly sat up in a panic and blurted out, it's very, very sweet and crispy. It feels like a chemical reaction is happening in my mouth. The sweetness bursts and spreads all over my mouth and, to put it shortly, it's really good, like something bought from a shop. Young-ah interrupted, Kang Lim, he panicked, what's wrong? She told herself, I can't say it now because I'm afraid this relationship might disappear. But one day, I'll definitely tell you how I feel. Please keep supporting me. Young-ah spoke, from now on and forever. Kang Lim waited for her to continue. What? Young-ah smiled softly and answered, nothing. He pressed, really? She changed the topic. How about the Webtoon? I'll fix the mistakes you pointed out. Kang Lim replied, my opinion isn't that serious, you know. Deep inside, Young-ah screamed, I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore. Why did I do that? Why? Another day, while gaming hard, finally ranked up to platinum. Dahi cheered excitedly. I did it. I've reached platinum. Kang Lim was shocked. Damn, she got there in less than 20 matches. Yang-soo wasn't too surprised, as I predicted. She has the kind of talent that could even surpass me. Dahi clenched her fist in excitement and told her friend, wait for me a little longer, Young-ah. I'll climb ranks quickly so we can play together. She was happy for her. I'm really looking forward to it too. Kang Lim cursed in frustration. Damn it. I could have reached gold if it weren't for those game ruiners before. How many 2-win 3-loss streaks have I had already? Why do I always end up with teammates like that? Dahi teased, why are you blaming your teammates? Didn't you say there's a system called MMR? That's the logic of low-rank players, huh? Your MMR just matches you with people of similar skill. MMR is a system to determine a player's skill level. She turned to the person next to her, right, Yang-soo? You're at the same rank as me, right? Want to play together? he agreed. Sure, I'll accept you as a comrade in battle. Young-ah looked at her friend admiringly. You're amazing, Da-hee. Since you don't have much time to play because of your work, she continued, so I usually watch YouTube in my free time. Like pro player videos, there are many like that. I just imitate what I see and find ways to win. Kang Lim frowned, realizing, wait, she only learns from what she sees. That sounds strong. Da-hee looked up a video to show her. Anyway, I mostly watch this person's videos. They seem to have the most views too. He was speechless when he saw the video. Young-ah and Yang-soo said at the same time, so you watch Rosentia's videos, then it makes sense. Da-hee asked curiously, is this person really famous? Young-ah explained, not just famous, she's one of the top professional players. Her nickname is Rosentia, real name Cha-siren. She's the same age as us, and the dark horse who dominated the entire tournament right after debuting. She's the pinnacle, known to everyone as the queen, since she's one of the few female players in the gaming industry. Her name is known worldwide. She also appears in advertisements not related to games, and even hosts fan meetings. Especially that recent birthday fan meeting, Yang-soo added, I still remember it. Because of those idiots spreading rumors that she used macros and cheated, the press made a huge fuss back then. Da-hee was amazed after hearing that. That's awesome. She's really the same age as us. Next time I've got to watch her play live. Young-ah continued, but lately, for some reason, she hasn't appeared in matches anymore. She asked curiously, did something happen? Young-ah replied, I'm not sure. It seems like the team isn't letting her participate. There's still no clear reason, so fans are quite worried. Yang-soo added, well, even a descendant of dragons like me feels angry, which means this matter even affects the queen. Young-ah was surprised. Really, someone even found and posted her last ranking score? Kang Lim thought to himself, this already happened in Goddess Above. Since both worlds have merged, it was bound to happen. The fact that they're talking about it, it's also in Goddess Above. Young-ah was puzzled seeing his absent-minded look. Kang Lim, what are you thinking so deeply about? Da-hee felt the same. Yeah, why did you suddenly go quiet so weirdly when talking about the game? Kang Lim brushed it off. Well, I was just thinking randomly. I'll head back first. I think it's time to recruit new members for the club. He knew it was also time for him to deal with the event of Cha-siren, the second heroine. If he failed, then Cha-siren would be accused of match fixing. Just like the stalking incident with Da-hee before, the first event with Cha-siren was this manipulation case. Of course, that was completely opposite to Cha-siren's personality. Clearly she was more devoted to the game than anyone else, so she would obviously never be involved in such cheating. But after suspecting that a close junior might be caught up in it, she contacted an agent to verify the truth, and while chasing him, she ran into the main character, and the two of them got into an accident. And from then on they worked together to find the culprit and the evidence. They overcame the crisis together after almost being accused, and they grew closer after solving that case. The manipulation incident started right when they met. Right here, the street in front of the PC cafe Cha-siren often visited. I checked and confirmed that this is indeed that PC cafe. I also checked the date of the tournament and confirmed it's today. I've been waiting and timed it perfectly. I can recreate the first meeting between the main character and Cha-siren. The old lady looked like she had no idea what was going on. The man next to her interrupted. Seriously, last time it was some reporter, and now it's just a kid. You're just wasting your time. She's only waiting for the bus, so stop being stubborn. Siren turned sharply and asked, You're the broker? He stood up and said coldly, What a waste of time. Time is money. You should consider yourself lucky that the security here is pretty good, otherwise, you'd have paid for this with your life. She stopped him. Wait. Just as the broker was about to reach the spot where Kang Lim was hiding, he thought to himself, It's my turn. I'm not sure if this plan will work. Siren chased after him. Stop right there. He rushed out to block the way. Damn it. The city was silent and still. The glasses she was wearing fell to the ground. Siren, embarrassed, said, Why did you suddenly show up? Kang Lim felt awkward for accidentally making her fall. He asked. I'm sorry, are you okay? This is, Siren realized. You're the one I bumped into last time, right? You did this on purpose. Forget it. I don't have time for Thai. Kang Lim gathered all his courage to stop her. Wait. He encouraged himself. It's fine, Kang Lim. There's no need to rush. This already happened in New Thuong then. There won't be any problem if I say exactly what the character said. She indifferently replied. What is it? Do you have a problem with me or something? He remembered that at that moment the main character had said. So Kang Lim imitated. I'm sorry, but I can't let you leave, because you seem troubled about something. I'm not sure what's happening, but I want to save you. Siren was taken aback by those passionate words. Kang Lim was secretly pleased. I said it, and according to New Thuong then, she'll calm down and, contrary to his expectations, she said coldly, what the hell are you talking about? What did you just say? He froze at that icy tone. Kang Lim stunned. Her reaction. She snapped. I don't look like I'm very sad. I'm annoyed. What do you know about me to say? Why are you acting as if this is the first time we met? A new approach? You've crossed the line. Kang Lim went blank like a puppet. Strange. The reaction was nothing like that of the female supreme deity at all. She should have been moved and the atmosphere should have been very warm. In the same situation, why is the way of reacting so different? She sneered. How can you say you want to save someone you just met for the first time? Do you think you are the protagonist stepping out of a movie? Kang Lim began to seriously consider the matter. Could it be because she was talking to me, even if I said each word correctly? But the speaker was me, not the protagonist. Siren added more sting to her words. Delusions have their limits. I'm not interested in someone like you. Go find someone else. Having finished speaking, she left immediately. Thus Kang Lim had a lesson to remember for life today. You could say he wanted to disappear from humiliation. Kang Lim memorized it well, must look in the mirror and know his place. Up to now, when the group of friends asked, Kang Lim, what's the matter? Yes. Suddenly he smiled like an idiot. He asked dejectedly, no, it's just, is appearance that important? Kang Lim left in pensive hesitation. He recalled past events, just as he thought. His previous idea was not wrong at all. He needs to change his approach to the 6 brides. But saying it is easier than doing it. Kang Lim noticed that stall, any 2 items for only 10,000 won. He decided, all right, new plan. First, I need to prepare a few things. The broker will arrive at exactly 7 o'clock. Cha Siren will also arrive around that time, meaning he is somewhere near the bus stop. Then surely he must be somewhere nearby at this time. Kang Lim saw the target sitting on a bench by the road. He was secretly pleased when he saw the broker. There he was. It was indeed him, glasses and a white hat, no mistake. Now I need to make the guy leave. All right, let's do it. Kang Lim pretended to be on the phone while passing by. Right, Nuna. I'm almost there. I'm near the park. I know. You're going to report on the result manipulation, right? Right. I'll record him with my phone when you meet him. Remember to pay me. The broker helplessly, Tesk, really? He stood up and left immediately. Kang Lim was secretly happy. He left. At the bus stop, the driver stepped off the vehicle and asked the old lady, weren't you the one who called the taxi? But he raised his hand to signal. It was me who called. Kang Lim enthusiastically helped carry her things. You've got quite a lot of stuff. You remind me of my grandmother. So, I'll pay for the taxi. Please take it comfortably. The old lady politely replied, Thank you, young man. A moment later, only he was left, watching in the direction the car had just departed. There were 2 minutes left. Kang Lim sighed in relief. Just in time. 2 minutes left. He sat down at the spot where the broker usually sat, then put on the white hat he had bought at that stall. Kang Lim was ready. The preparation phase was complete. Siren had arrived from across the street. She approached with the familiar line, 7 o'clock sharp at the bus stop in front of the manhwa PC room. They said the person would be wearing a white hat, right? That means you're the broker, aren't you? Kang Lim kept his eyes on the phone, pretending not to care. Siren spoke coldly. Silence is useless, because according to the emails we investigated, You are connected to the manipulation of the results. Confess who else is involved in this matter. Kang Lim looked up in confusion and asked, "Pardon me, are you talking to me?" She immediately recognized him. Huh. Kang Lim stood up and took the initiative to speak. "Aren't you Cha Sirin? I don't know why you're wearing glasses and a mask, but with that voice and that hair, it's definitely you." She was confused. "Aren't you the broker?" Kang Lim showed her the YouTube channel he often watched. "I'm a fan of you. I'm watching Rosentia's video right now." She awkwardly said, "Sorry, I must have mistaken you." He started to bring up the topic, but just now, about the broker and the result manipulation. So that means Cha Sirin really participated in manipulating the tournament results. She hurriedly denied, "No, it's not like that." Kang Lim urgently raised his phone. "Damn, so even that time you were the world champion too? This isn't just an ordinary scandal." Sirin covered Kang Lim's mouth. "I told you it's not like that," he replied. "Really? But you just—" She reluctantly conceded, "This is troublesome, but I'll explain this misunderstanding clearly. Come with me, I'll explain. We need to talk a bit." Sirin led Kang Lim into a game cafe. He curiously asked, "But why here? I thought you'd want to go somewhere quiet." Sirin explained, "I couldn't think of any other place besides this one. By the way, you're a high school student, right? What year?" Kang Lim answered, "I'm in second year, same age as you." She casually said, "Got it. You can speak informally with me. I use polite speech out of habit, so don't feel awkward." Kang Lim replied, "I understand. You had to learn how to behave properly with people, right? To be careful with the media when interacting with fans." Sirin doubted, "You really are my fan, huh? I'll give you an autograph. Give me something to sign." Kang Lim took a notebook from his backpack. "Huh, here, thanks." She took it and prepared to sign. "What's your name?" he said. "It's Kang Lim," Sirin casually complimented. "Your name is quite unique." The staff arrived just in time with their food. "Here's your soy ramen and coca," she politely replied. "Please set it here." Sirin split her chopsticks before speaking. "I rushed off earlier, so I haven't had anything yet." She began to enjoy her meal. Kang Lim unintentionally stared at Sirin eating. She grew shy. "What is it? You keep staring." Kang Lim blushed. "No, it's just, you look so good while eating." Sirin lifted the bowl and offered, "Want some? The soy ramen here is really good. They even adjust the water just right when cooking." He refused. "No thanks, about what you said earlier." She began to explain, "I'll tell you everything. But it's really just a misunderstanding. I'd never get involved in something like result manipulation. On the contrary, I'm actually looking for a way to clear up this scandal. You've heard about the rookies, haven't you?" "Rookies, have—" Kang Lim surprised. "Rookies, you mean the trainees? The potential players who haven't debuted on any team? In sports they're called young talents." She confirmed, "That's right. But our team hasn't existed long. We value communication and exchange more than formality. Team 1 and the young talents often hang out together to get closer. They train together and help coach the rookies, even when not playing games. Since the dorm is right next door, meeting up happens quite often. But at the end of last month, I dropped by the rookies' dorm. I happened to see it on the public computer, an email related to a transaction about fixing match results in a tournament. We couldn't find the culprit because they used fake accounts. In short, it was a transaction about arranging matches. With a deliberate loss requirement in the upcoming rookie tournament, it mentioned the money that would be exchanged after the tournament. And when I read that email, I was so angry I wanted to explode. How dare they, after all the effort I've put into this industry, they betray the fans like this. I immediately went to see the rookies to investigate the culprit. But as soon as I ran into the group's room, the members happily greeted me. "Ani, you just watched us, Sirin Nuna. I played pretty well this match. It's all thanks to your guidance." In front of them, I didn't have the courage to speak. Sirin continued angrily. "In the end, I couldn't ask a single question. I was too scared, so I couldn't say anything." Kang Lim listened quietly to that story. "You understand it all too well. But with your personality you certainly wouldn't let this go right." Sirin replied, "Of course, I cannot ignore this. That night I reported it to the chairman, but the evidence of the email had been deleted." But the chairman kept insisting our team wouldn't do such a thing. He kept trying to shut me up by interrupting me. The bald man was annoying. He was like a typical villain. But I still couldn't let this go. I was so upset I couldn't fully concentrate on the game. So I'm trying to handle this match-fixing case by myself. I contacted the broker to catch him in the act. But he didn't show up at the bus stop. Maybe he realized my trap. Slightly embarrassed, Kang Lim changed the subject. It'll be fine. I mean, it should be fine. You said the tournament is coming up, so you just need to stop it. Even if it fails, you can still expose everything. Of course you have to stop it first. Siren suddenly asked, "Do you believe what I said?" Kang Lim froze. "Huh, what?" She opened up. "I didn't think you would believe me right away. I've told this to a few people already, but none of them believed me. They all mocked me and said the rookies wouldn't do such a thing, said I was being too sensitive, that my health wasn't good, that I was daydreaming. But I didn't expect someone I just met to believe me right away." Only Kang Lim understood. "To be honest, I'm really surprised. I guess I went a bit too far with the information from the female supreme deity." He found an excuse. "No, anyway it's from Cha Siren, not from anyone else." Siren didn't understand. "What do you mean?" Kang Lim proudly said, "Well, I'm a big fan of Rosentia, because I know how dedicated you are to the game. Of course I'll believe what you just said." She murmured absent-mindedly, "I see." Kang Lim reminded himself, "From now on I need to be more careful." "Somehow I got through this." Siren spoke up. "By the way, can I ask you for a favor? I have a plan to catch the match fixer among the rookies. This Sunday, go somewhere with me." The two left the game cafe as dusk fell. Kang Lim chased after her asking, "Wait, Cha Siren, what do you mean? Where?" "No, I mean why do you want to go with me?" She revealed, "It's a rookie's birthday soon. I need someone to go with me to choose a gift. After we pick a gift for the kid, I want to create an atmosphere where we can talk about the match-fixing case. That's why I want you to go shopping with me." Kang Lim asked further, "If that's all, what about practice and things like that?" Siren casually explained, "It's fine, it's Sunday. The manager told me to rest after everything lately. I said I wanted to keep practicing, so I changed the account password. Earlier at the net cafe I practiced my reflexes with a few games." Kang Lim said uncertainly, "Sorry, there's something I'm not good at saying. I'm not really good at choosing gifts for others." She asked directly, "You're probably better than me though. Last time for another member's birthday, I gave a bus card and a biography of Steve Joe. The bus card was practical, and Steve Joe is a role model for young people. I thought it was a good gift, but everyone's reaction was," Kang Lim commented, "I can understand why you chose it, but it's kind of odd." Siren mentioned again, "So you're not coming. I'm not forcing you." He agreed. "It's not that I don't want to go." "All right, let's go. You said Sunday, right?" Siren handed her phone to her new friend. "All right, let's exchange numbers." After saving their contacts, the two said goodbye. "I'll call you later. Get home safely. Goodbye." On his way home, Kang Lim thought about it. "I've decided to take a different path from the story of the female supreme deity. Small changes like this are inevitable in the future. Anyway, I still have to choose a gift. Maybe the shopping mall is the best choice." Suddenly Kang Lim realized, "Wait a minute, Isn't this a date? You are overthinking again." Kang Lim got excited. "I have been thinking too much about Nu Thuong then without realizing. Going out with a girl on a day off is definitely a date. Finally, the days of youth have come. For me, I am so excited and looking forward to it. Is it okay? To go on a date, I need to prepare a few things. First of all, clothes. Damn it. What should I wear? None of my outfits look good. Should I wear my uniform? It is definitely better than those weird clothes. And students should not dress too flashy." Two schoolgirls on the street happened to be talking about fashion. "Last time I was introduced to a guy. He was the worst ever. Really, looking at the picture I thought he was your type. But he showed up in a school uniform on the first date. And it was on a day off too. So weird. It was a blind date. How could they introduce someone like that to you?" "That is exactly what I said. I was almost speechless. So we just had coffee." Those words made Kang Lim look back at himself. He felt like an ant on a hot pan. Only 2 days left until Sunday. I cannot waste time like this. Returning home, Kang Lim shouted, I am home. Hey, Minjeong, let me borrow your mirror. The girl refused. Huh, never. Why would you, you idiot? He urged. No time to explain. Hurry up. Kang Lim rummaged for clothes, but could not find them and called out, Mom, which box did you put my clothes in? The ones I never wear. Min Jiang snapped angrily. Hey, stop spreading dust all over the house in the middle of the night. Damn it. What is wrong with his brain? A new day came with Da Hee's surprise when she received a call from Kang Lim. Huh. I was wondering why you called me on a Saturday. You want me to pick an outfit for you. Kang Lim pleaded. Please, you are a model, and I have no one else to ask. I just need a decent outfit. She warned. I do not even know how to dress, guys, but it is probably still better than wearing flashy stuff. Kang Lim agreed to everything. Whatever, I need it before tomorrow. It is an urgent mission. Da Hee doubted. Tomorrow? What are you planning to do? Why are you suddenly so concerned about clothes? He explained. It is just that I have an appointment with a friend. I need to dress properly. She noticed this strange behavior. Da Hee agreed. If you want me to pick, then fine. Do you already have some clothes? Kang Lim reported. I did some research and picked out a few outfits already. If none of them work, I will have to buy a new one. She spoke rapidly. But even if you want to dress simply, there are not many choices, especially for teenagers. You can try street or casual style by listening to advice from local to high-end stores. Even Americans visiting Korea end up changing themselves because they like Kimchi, the biggest fashion brand in Korea. It is the standard for every boyfriend. I think being neat suits you best personality-wise, and it also saves your wallet. He grumbled. Do not preach at me like that. I just sent those photos. Pick one out of the three. Da Hee wondered. But how hard can it be? Men's fashion is simple anyway. When she saw the 3 outfits her best friend sent, she was petrified. Kang Lim's fashion combinations were both childish and flashy. Da Hee rolled her eyes and snapped. First of all, none of them. You have to beg. Throw all that trash away, please. Are you kidding me? Kang Lim was confused. How is it that weird, that bad? Some straight guy who only wears what his mom buys continued. I thought I matched my clothes pretty well. At least I avoided buying flashy shirts. Da Hee on the other end scolded like pouring water on his face, out of the frying pan into the fire. You said to dress simply, but how can it be so full of personality? If you don't know what you need, then just pick some plain t-shirts. Kang Lim shared his idea. I'll try. What about the school uniform? She crushed that idea immediately. Don't even think about it. That outfit isn't suitable for going out at all. Even if you unbutton the top one, the collarbone part will ruin everything. Kang Lim stood with hands on hips and replied irritably. I know I asked for your help, but you're way too picky. She complained. Throw that huge belt away. Why do you act like the weird one here is me, huh? Don't do anything stupid, please. Just pick some casual outfits with plain pants. Kang Lim was completely clueless. Plain pants? What do you mean? Slacks. Hey, I told you I need to look sharp. What do you mean by that? You weren't lying when you said you don't know how to choose men's clothes, huh? She was speechless at this case, hopeless. From the start, there was never an answer for this guy. Da Hee argued, and you even picked better clothes than me already. While she was annoyed, Hyunju came and called. Da Hee, we need to get ready for the photoshoot. She whispered, are you upset about something? Everyone's afraid to go inside because they're scared of you. She said shyly, I'm sorry, it's nothing. I'll go get ready right now. She lowered her head and sat quietly for a moment, then suddenly called, sis? Hyunju asked, what is it? Da Hee brought up, do you remember my friend who helped us last time? We still haven't paid him for those sponsored clothes, right? She recalled. That's right. Why? She reminded her friend. Hey, Kang Lim, send me your clothing sizes. After picking the outfits, Kang Lim arrived at the meeting place. He was at the shopping mall. Kang Lim felt something that made him anxious and nervous. Of course, it was his first date ever, and she was even Cha Sirin. Honestly, last time I couldn't stay calm at all. She looked beautiful even in her uniform. If she dressed up more, she would be truly stunning. The girl Kang Lim was thinking about had arrived. Sorry for being late. I got lost finding my way here. Did you wait long? Seeing her outfit, Kang Lim was stunned. He asked in dismay, "You're wearing a uniform," Siren explained. I like light and simple clothes, so I bought a few sets like this to wear." Thinking about all the effort he had put into preparing, Kang Lim forced a smile. "Just an ordinary day, huh? I get it. I'm the only one who looked forward to this date. She doesn't feel excited or nervous like I do." Siren was puzzled when she noticed Kang Lim's strange attitude. He sighed helplessly, then changed the subject. "It's nothing. Shall we go? This mall is quite big, so if you get tired just tell me." She listed a few items she wanted. "All right, I've thought of a few things to buy. A biography of the physicist Nikola Tesla. What do you think?" Kang Lim asked curiously. "Why are you so into biographies?" Siren replied with the simplest reason. "Tesla is the most searched keyword last year, and even this year," he denied. "Well, it's not that Tesla," she continued. "Or maybe it's suggestions from YouTubers." Kang Lim responded, "You need to stop relying on YouTube." Kang Lim pointed at the store in front. Siren walked in and picked up a bottle of perfume to ask for his opinion. He appeared thoughtful, trying to choose what would be suitable. After a while of shopping, the two stopped by a cafe to rest. The crowded group around whispered softly. Whispering, Kang Lim gallantly went to get drinks. "Here's yours." Siren politely accepted. "Thanks." She enjoyed the cool drink and said, "I'll pay for lunch." Suddenly Siren sensed something odd about the taste. It turned out he had chosen her favorite combination. Less ice, extra sugar, and aloe vera. She admitted, "Yes." Suspicion crept in. Siren asked, "How did you?" Kang Lim blurted, Well, you just looked like you'd like it. This mall is really huge. It's starting to get crowded during lunchtime." Siren was grateful. I'm glad I asked you to come along. I could have gotten lost and gone straight home if I'd come alone. I think we need to choose between the three things we looked at earlier. Kang Lim, do you remember? The Starbucks cup, the perfume, and the AirPods." She hesitated. "That's right. It's kind of hard to choose since all three are pretty good." Kang Lim agreed. "I've never chosen a gift for someone before, and I don't even know what that person is like. Maybe it's better if you think about how you'd feel receiving them. Don't overthink it." Siren went quiet. "Let me think." She suddenly turned to look at the person next to her, then said gloomily, "I'm very different from others, so I'm not sure if my feelings are right." Kang Lim was confused hearing that. He tried to break the awkward silence. "True, and you're probably hungry too. Let's get something to eat." Suddenly a cry rang out, making both freeze. A lost little boy was sobbing. "Mom, where did you go?" The boy's figure looked so small among the bustling crowd. The two looked at each other, silently exchanging glances. Kang Lim approached and asked, "Hey kid, are you lost?" The boy, Young Do, cried louder. "Mom was just here." Siren suggested, "If he's lost, shouldn't we take him to the Lost Children's Center?" He knew, "Yeah, but I think we should calm him down a bit first before taking him there." Kang Lim took out a drink to coax him. "Hey kid, want to try this? There's chocolate inside." Young Do sniffled. "Mom told me not to take food from strangers." He chuckled awkwardly. "That's right, we did just meet." Young Do approached Siren, "But I can drink from her." Kang Lim cursed silently. "This brat." She asked the boy, "Don't you have a phone?" Young Do replied, "I do, but it ran out of battery." Siren reminded, "Out of battery? Do you remember your mom's number? I can lend you my phone." The boy held the phone blankly for a while. Young Do couldn't recall. His eyes began to fill with tears. Siren said, "I don't think he remembers his mom's number. He's still young, probably shocked and can't recall anything. We need a way to calm him down." Suddenly Kang Lim had a bold idea. He called out, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" And so the three of them went to the arcade. Young Do gasped in amazement at the place. The boy hesitated. "I can play anything here. Are you sure?" Kang Lim confirmed. "Yeah, I exchanged quite a lot of tokens so we can all play." Young Do eagerly ran toward a game machine. The game Stone Fist was a two-player fighting game. The boy exclaimed, "I know how to play this. I'm the best in my class." He pointed to the person next to him. Really, do you want to play with her? She's great at games. Siren hesitated. Is this all right? Shouldn't we be taking him somewhere? Kang Lim replied. I think it's better if we call a staff member here, so please stay with the kid. She agreed. Understood. All right. Young Du urged her. Come on, hurry up. Siren thought. He's just a kid. Should I let him win? He'll get bored if the match is one-sided. 10 minutes later, the boy had won. Young Du didn't seem happy. That was boring. Not fun at all. You're too bad, so it was boring. This was a shock to a pro gamer like her. Siren turned pale. What? Turned pale. What? She could hardly believe what she had just heard. What did you just say? Young Du replied, playing with you is boring. You couldn't even win a single round even when I went easy on you. I'd rather play with a machine. Angry. Siren was so furious that she laughed. Are you saying I don't know how to play games? What's your name again? The boy stammered. Choi Young Du. She made a proposition. There are arcade machines in the electronics zone on the second floor. If you can beat me in one match, I'll buy you a Playbox 5 and every game you want. The boy's eyes lit up. Playbox 5 and every game I want. Are you serious? That's right. You're not going to break your promise. Siren kept her word, of course. Only if you can defeat me in the game. They started their first match. Both were completely serious. Feeling at a disadvantage, Young Du warned, don't cheat. However, his character started to lose. Young Du couldn't believe it. No way. How come I can't win a single round? After getting her revenge, Siren was satisfied. You play pretty well, but that's as far as it goes. Do you understand now? The gap between your level and mine. The boy replied coldly. Impossible. Young Du was visibly frustrated. Siren realized her own mistake. She thought, I guess I overdid it again. I didn't need to win that overwhelmingly. Once again, I made another mistake trying to act normal. Suddenly someone behind called out, Hey, I've been watching you for a while. You're quite impressive. Siren didn't recognize them. Huh, who are you guys? The two muscular men looked intimidating. Good question, but don't be surprised when you find out who we are. We are the leaders of the biggest fighting game club in Korea, 4-time consecutive champions of the amateur stone fist tournament. Spending entire days at arcade machines with just a single coin, the nightmares of arcade owners nationwide. Known as the Demon Twins. She was stunned. Twins, demons? The pair replied proudly, scared of us yet. We're pretty famous. There's no gamer who doesn't know us. Siren turned and asked, Do you know anything about them? The boy was confused. No, I don't. The brothers flexed their solid muscles. What, you want us to prove it? Fine, I accept your challenge. I really want to see her real skills. She refused with a reason. No, we've already used up all our coins. They laughed coldly in disbelief. Don't make excuses. Do you think you can run away from us? We came prepared. Here, take this. They handed her a bunch of coins. Siren hesitated. Thank you. The twins declared. Now then, let's start a 2 versus 2 battle. The rule is best of 5. First to win 3 matches. No restricted characters allowed. Wait, we'll take the other side. She asked her little teammate. What do we do now? Should we leave? The boy was filled with excitement. Let's play a few rounds. They already gave us the coins anyway. The other group grew curious. What is happening? Is there someone famous here? Are those two not the infamous Demon Twins? Because of their match, the crowd started to gather. They murmured in excitement. Really? Then who is their opponent? I do not know. They look young, but they seem quite skilled. Siren evaluated her opponents. These people are not joking. Their timing, combo selection, and coordination were close to professional. Their teamwork smooth and precise. Both gathered a mass of energy. This is the finishing move. The boy did not know how to react to that power. Siren spoke coldly. That is only what you think. She slashed out 2 waves of sword energy to block. While Siren's health bar was nearly empty, she still persisted. The match is not over yet. The twins were stunned. She just said what? Do not panic. They are already at death's door. Just a sneeze, and they will die. They continued to fire. Yes, keep shooting. Siren moved at incredible speed, and even mocked her opponents. Too slow. The twins were shocked by her skill. How could she dodge the fastest attacks and chain dashes just with button presses? When they saw Siren right in front of them, she successfully struck them. Before logging out, they muttered, "This is absurd." The screen displayed Ko indicating defeat. Siren sighed in relief. The watching crowd cheered excitedly. Amazing, they just defeated the demon twins. The twins rolled their eyes in disbelief. Insane, maybe we should rest before competing again. Youngdu and Siren looked at each other. Both happily high-fived to celebrate their victory. Someone recognized, "Wait, she looks familiar." "You are right, she seems to be Cha Siren, so she is Rosantia the famous one. I have only seen her on screen." "Yes, that is her. Look, is that not her uniform?" "Oh my god, I am a big fan of Rosantia. Can I have your autograph? I forgot. Take a picture with me." She felt awkward before the fans. "Fine, but now is not the time." Youngdu was curious. "What is it?" Siren thought nervously. "I must quickly disguise myself. I will be fine, but that kid." The glasses she reached for fell down. Kang Lim appeared to help. "Found you, Young Hee. Sorry I took a while to find you. I did not know you were here. You have a uniform too, so you are also a fan of Rosantia. They must have mistaken you for her because you changed your hairstyle like hers. They were fooled, so she is not Rosantia, probably just because they look alike. Let us go." Both quickly left the dangerous place. Kang Lim said apologetically, "Sorry, it took a bit because the staff had to go to the restroom. I brought the staff here already." He bent down and asked Youngdu, "Did you have fun playing with her?" The boy replied, "Yeah, but she played terribly in the first few matches." Kang Lim was shocked. "What? Who played terribly?" Siren looked sadly toward them. The announcement echoed through the speakers. "We repeat, please pay attention. We are holding a lost child at the central square. If any parent has lost their child, please come here." The staff member bent down to ask, "Do you want to wait inside?" The boy refused. "No need." The two of them stood in a corner watching that interaction. Kang Lim asked, "Did all this happen while I was away?" She replied, "I do not know who they are. Those twins earlier swore. Just wait. We will come back for revenge. We will return when we have become stronger, so be worried," Siren revealed. They left after saying that, "I do not know." He praised, "I am glad that you took good care of the boy. He seemed very happy playing with you." She said gloomily, "I do not think so. Things could have been very bad if they had not appeared then. At first, I let the kid win easily, but then I could not control myself, and started to lose control, then completely destroyed the boy." Kang Lim thought it was normal, really, but fighting games are like that. Siren recounted what happened earlier. "I defeated the boy so overwhelmingly that he could not hit me even once, to the point that Youngdu even said, 'You are cheating.'" She corrected, "That is strategy." Kang Lim sighed, "That is cruel." She was disappointed in herself. "I have always been like this. Just normal things like playing with children, but I let it go too far." The first time it happened was when she was 6 years old. Her father's friend, a professor, came to visit, and he taught Siren how to play chess. And in just 1 week, the professor was a chess grandmaster, and she defeated him. The first time, he had to praise Siren's intelligence. "You are really good," and she kept winning. He always said nice things, but that was not what showed on his face. And a few days later, the professor never came again. And at that time Siren realized she was different from others. This happened with everything similar to a game. She realized she was better than others. It was fun and happy, and Siren put all her effort into it. Of course there had to be something she lost. When hearing classmates ask, "You really do not know this song? Really? At least you must have heard it once?" she could only reply, "I do not know." When the girls confided with each other, "He said he was bored of me already. Stop crying. He does not deserve to have you." Siren stayed outside of it. When the other friends were teasing each other, "Why do you study so hard? Really? You will always just be a bookworm." "Sorry, but only for today. If you join our rank will drop. Today we have to climb ranks, so you cannot join." At those moments she realized a few things. This is the price to pay for having this talent. And for that reason she knew there was no place that truly belonged to her. Siren continued, After the meeting with the manager, I decided to become a professional player. This innate talent is like a gift. This precious talent can satisfy the fans. Sometimes I still think about it. If I were a normal person, if so, could I blend in with everyone? Could I do everything better? Could I empathize with the juniors at the company? Could I stop them from going down the wrong path? Kang Lim stayed by her side as Siren opened up. She looked up apologetically and said, "I am sorry, I accidentally told my story without realizing it." He flicked her forehead. "Stop lying already." She argued, "What, lying? No way, that is not a lie, I really." Kang Lim calmly replied, "I know, I was just kidding. I do not really understand what you mean, but I know you are really troubled. It is just, I think things like that are not a big deal." Siren froze when she heard that. Kang Lim advised, "There is nothing wrong with being different from others or not being normal. It is not wrong, it is just different. It is not strange but special. You do not have to take it so seriously." Right then the boy had found his mother. The mother angrily scolded, "Choi Young-do, you are taking years off my life. I told you to walk right behind me. You got distracted again walking past the game shops, didn't you?" He sighed in relief. Thank goodness, the mother finally found her child. The mother went to talk with the staff, and she was directed toward them. The mother came over and sincerely said, "Sorry, and thank you both so much. I heard you two took care of my boy. I do not know how to repay you." Siren replied, "It is all right, I just..." She reminded her son, "You should thank your sister." Young-do did not dare to look up. "Well, don't." The boy pointed straight at Siren and scolded, "Don't be arrogant just because you won a few matches. Next time I will beat you." She agreed, "All right," but still had some doubt. "You mean?" Young-do, though trying to act tough, still wanted to be friends. "If you have an online account, can I add you?" Siren was surprised to see the boy did not hate her. The mother angrily taught him, "I told you to thank her." Young-do had to give in, "Thank you." Kang Lim then finally spoke, "I told you. You said you did not treat the boy well, but it seems he really enjoyed playing with you. The boy has the spirit of a gamer too. To sum up, even if you are far different from ordinary people, or you cannot truly empathize with them, the truth is actually very simple. You have done your best to care for everyone. Isn't that enough? It means even if you are a bit clumsy, so what? Everything is fine." "I think so." When leaving the shopping mall, Siren gently said, "Thank you so much for today." Kang Lim wondered when he saw the bags she bought. "You really bought them all," Siren admitted. "I think they all suit me. And they weren't that expensive." His voice trembled a bit. "I'm sure they weren't cheap at all." She revealed what she wanted to do. "I'll give them as gifts, and I'll definitely talk to the new recruits. I also want to talk about the match-fixing issue." Kang Lim was surprised. "Really?" Siren revealed, "Thanks to your encouragement, I decided that." She took something out of the gift bag. "And this is?" "A thank you gift for spending the day with me." He was shocked. "For me? When did you buy it?" Siren continued, "I bought it while you were returning the biography I picked." Kang Lim was curious about the gift. "This is what?" She happily showed. "It's a set of 3 penguin-shaped good luck charms for academic success." He politely replied, "Ah, thank you." Siren quickly refused. "No, I'm the one who should be thanking you. Thank you for everything you did today. Next time too, okay? You'll hang out with me again, right? QU letter 1EA3 and Lai said I might get out of the trouble I'm in by changing my mood. So spending time on things other than gaming is really important." Kang Lim immediately agreed. "Sure, I'll hang out with you anytime you want. And I really enjoyed today, even though some things happened. I'm a bit introverted, so I rarely get a chance to go out like this." Siren cheerfully exclaimed, "So Kang Lim is the same. I'm so glad." That attitude left him dazed. Did she just smile? Siren shyly mentioned, "Then let's say goodbye here, I hope." She gently smiled, then made a promise, "We'll meet again soon, Kang Lim." In that slightly affectionate atmosphere, he didn't dare look her in the eyes. "All right, the day we meet again will be soon, because..." During class, the teacher walked in and announced, "We have another new student joining us. To be precise, she isn't a transfer student. Anyway, she'll be studying with us for a while. Please introduce yourself." The new student introduced herself. "Hello everyone, My name is Cha Sirin, a professional player. Previously, I was relocated to the dormitory and changed my address to this area and started living here. After being away for some time, today is my first day back at school. She paused when she recognized someone below. I really hope to get along with everyone. Some people realized it was Cha Sirin. Rosantia is really a student at our school. That's insane. It's really her. Oh my god, we're actually in the same class. Dahi remembered. Right, she's a professional player. The teacher scolded the class. Everyone, why are you being so noisy? Calm down. Then she turned to Sirin. I don't know much about you, but it seems you're quite famous. Even the teacher next door asked for your autograph. Maybe I should just ignore this and let things happen as they are. Alright, Dahi, I think you can handle this. Can you help Sirin and guide her around the school? She immediately agreed. Yes, yes, I can. The teacher felt a headache. Dahi only just transferred here not long ago. Maybe Ho-chun should take care of this instead. Sirin tried to suggest. If so, can I ask someone I know? The teacher was surprised. You know someone in this class? She pointed toward the seats. Yes. All the classmates were shocked. It was Kang Lim. During the break, he and Sirin went outside to talk in the courtyard. Kang Lim handed her a food bag and said, Time really flies. It's already lunchtime. Here, eat this. This is the best bread our school sells. Sirin accepted it. Thank you. If we go to the cafeteria now, everything will become chaotic. I didn't expect so many people to know me. Kang Lim was shocked. Really? You don't realize how famous you are. You said there were lots of people at the last fan meeting. Right, Sirin replied. Well, that day was for my fans. I didn't think anyone at school would recognize me. He felt helpless at her innocence. Of course they would. Even some teachers know you, especially the boys. You're more popular than an idol. Sirin quietly ate the bread Kang Lim gave her. Really? If that's the case, then Kang Lim has to be my manager. You'll be the one taking pictures. Kang Lim refused. I don't want to be a manager. I don't want to get stabbed. She explained. Anyway, my situation has gotten better. The director also wants me to take a break. So I came to school because I wanted to make school memories. At first I didn't really care, but then I found out that we go to the same school. Oh right, I also have something to tell you. Kang Lim already knew. I'm guessing you talked to the new recruits, Sirin admitted. I talked to all 5 of them and gave them a chance to speak what's on their mind. Kang Lim asked curiously. Over there people prefer fighting to talking. Right, she revealed. When a conflict happens where we are, there's no right or wrong, only the strong and the weak, so they have to fight one-on-one. I disguised it as a counseling session and talked indirectly about that issue. But at that time Sirin also told that rookie, that's your sister's story. She continued in a calm voice. Then I said it directly. It felt like I kind of self-destructed a bit. But no one understood what I was talking about. I don't know which of the 5 is lying, or maybe I really am overthinking everything like the director said. I'm really confused right now. Only Kang Lim knew. Oh that, it's because I interfered with the storyline back then. So Cha Sirin hasn't met the broker yet. Maybe the email about match fixing was just my misunderstanding. I should start thinking about how the story will change. He said, if the match fixing incident isn't real then that's good news. But if the real culprit is among the new recruits, they'll probably take action since you've already suspected them. For now, keep an eye on them. Sirin agreed. I guess so. I'll do that. The news about Sirin transferring here had already spread. Students were passing it around. Huh, really? Rosantia is at our school. That's right. I heard she's in class 1 of year 2. Let's go get her autograph. Hearing those words, Sirin's eating pace quickened. She felt really guilty. I should go back to class. I'd feel bad if I kept avoiding my fans like this. Kang Lim asked with concern, will you be okay? Answering questions is one thing, but your hand might get tired if you sign too much. Sirin encouraged herself. I'll do my best. Until the value of my autograph drops. Kang Lim cut her off before she could say anything more negative. All right, I don't think it'll ever lose value. But if you want to serve your fans, could you prioritize your friend first? Kang Lim led her to the familiar room where their friends often hung out. Young-ah suspiciously asked the person next to her, You're saying the two of you just, Dahi continued, just happened to meet at the PC cafe. Earlier he had told Siren, we have to keep this a secret. So tell everyone we just happened to meet at the PC cafe. Before meeting again at the multicultural club, she confirmed, okay, I got it. So now, Kang Lim lied, yes, that's what happened. Otherwise, how could I have met Rosentia? It's not like I go out much. The two of them believed it right away. Makes sense. It might sound suspicious coming from anyone else, but since it's you, it's probably true. The man himself, Kang Lim, was shocked. Why did you accept that so easily? Yong-Su began saying strange things. I didn't expect to meet you here in the territory of the Black Church. Is it because of my recent war with the King of the Crimson Kingdom? I suppose the barrier is getting weaker. It seems Carla's attraction has drawn us together. Seeing Siren's puzzled face, he explained, oh, that's his way of saying it's an honor to meet you. Please give him your autograph. He's been begging me to introduce you to him in class. She took out paper and pen. I see. What's your name? Yong-Su continued dramatically. You mean the true name of this vessel? Its name is Than Long then. Siren was confused. All right. Kang Lim had to act as an unwilling translator. I'll tell him not to bother you anymore. Just write whatever he says. Yong-Su rejoiced as he received his idol's autograph. At last I hold it in my hands, the 1,000-year treasure crafted by the goddess herself. Next Young-Ah stepped forward and said, nice to meet you. I'm a big fan of Rosentia. I've watched every competition you've participated in. Siren reassured her new friend, thank you so much. If possible, just talk to me normally. Dahi suspiciously asked Kang Lim, just friends, huh? She irritably kicked his leg. Kang Lim cried out in pain. Hey, what was that for? Dahi coldly said, sorry, my foot slipped because I saw you smiling while looking at her. He didn't believe it. Stop lying. That wasn't an accident. You did that on purpose. She snapped back. Fine, I'm sorry, okay? Kang Lim warned. Hey, don't act in ways that don't match your words like that. Siren walked over to her and asked, you must be Dahi. She was surprised. You know me? She replied, Kang Lim told me about you on the way here, that you're stubborn, defiant, violent, cruel, and arrogant. Dahi forced a smile and turned to look at her friend. Hey you. Kang Lim startled and scolded. Hey, why did you describe her as so evil? Sure, she can be a bit mean, but she is actually a really good person. I told you already. Siren added, and also, with an unfair contract made without consent. You forced Kang Lim to be your slave. Dahi denied. That is not true. I think you misunderstood here. It is not like what Kang Lim said. Siren's eyes grew sharp. Even that smile is fake. I completely understand your tricks now. Your actions and intentions do not match. You smile and pretend to be kind on the outside, but inside you are a very cunning person. Siren forced a smile. What, me? Isn't it a bit rude for you to say that when we just met? She did not care. That does not matter. Either way, I have no intention of getting close to you. It feels like even knowing I will lose for sure. I still cannot surrender and must keep playing the game. Dahi replied in a low voice. Is that so? Then I have no reason to be nice to you, right? I have a question for you, Siren said indifferently. So you are finally showing your true colors, huh? Dahi's attitude darkened. This room is for members of the multicultural club. So how dare you act arrogant here when you are not even a member of the club? Kang Lim had to interrupt. Hey, at least don't say that to her. Siren calmly said, I did not come here to see you. I came here for Kang Lim. Dahi questioned. So what? Why do you act so close when you two just met? The two locked eyes and glared at each other, neither willing to back down. Young-Ah, afraid things would get tense, tried to mediate. You two, come on, don't argue. Yong-Su suddenly exclaimed, step aside, my subordinate. Do not get involved. This magical power must rival the ancestors of vampires. Kang Lim panicked. This is really a big problem. The personalities of the two goddesses truly do not get along. Even though I explained that everyone has good sides, the situation turned worse than I expected because Dahi's attitude had completely changed compared to the High Goddess. Siren revealed a secret. Kang Lim and I are not that distant. She pulled Kang Lim's sleeve closer to her. Then she recalled the past. We are really close, you know. Last week he helped me buy a present at the shopping district. Young-ah was surprised. Buy a present. Da-hee focused on the key point. Last week. He did not know how to explain, actually. Then the person beside him continued. So, release Kang Lim. Da-hee, I challenge you. The one challenged, Da-hee, could not understand from beginning to end where that girl's hostility came from. She asked in irritation. A challenge? What are you talking about? Siren explained the rules. In my place, if there's a conflict, it has to be settled with a victory. So if I win, you have to agree to stay away from Kang Lim. And don't get close to Kang Lim anymore. He, sweating in fear, tried to calm her. Calm down. I think there's some misunderstanding here. Siren was confused. But that's what you told me. She knew you were her fan, so she took advantage of you as a slave. You were never her manager, but had to do extremely hard work. Kang Lim was troubled. That's not what I meant. Well, yes, but not exactly that either. Siren analyzed. She didn't join any club at all, but then suddenly joined your club. She enjoys this club more than anyone, but doesn't do anything for you. Her words were too accurate for you to argue. That's true. Da-hee, after hearing that, gave her friend a punch, making his face swell. She agreed to the challenge. Fine. I don't know what kind of match you want, but I agree. I don't care about having to stay away from him or avoiding arguments, but I'm not the kind of person who will run away. Young-ah and Yang-soo spoke up in worry. Da-hee, Siren, why don't you two sit down and talk? The two of you are too similar, so you can't coexist. He declared, this is the moment when two goddesses appear in real life. This will be the battle of the gods. Maybe it will be dangerous. At times like this, we should stay neutral so we won't be destroyed. Da-hee went straight to the point. So what do you want to challenge me in? Or do you want to play a game? She denied. No, that would be unfair for you if you play with me. I don't want to hear any excuses if you lose, so we'll pick something else. Let me think first. The class bell rang. Siren called out to the boy lying on the ground after that punch. Let's go, Kang Lim. His voice trembled. All right. She left one sentence before helping Kang Lim up and leaving. Get ready. Next time we meet, your rule will end. Da-hee was really annoyed. Hey, why are you talking as if I'm the bad one? Aren't we classmates? Of course we'll meet again. Yang-soo smugly reminded. That's why. Don't try to anger us anymore. She got even angrier. Why are you taking her side? You just want to be carried, like how Young-ah carries you, right? He snapped irritably. What are you saying? Someone like me would never do that. Young-ah stood out to make peace. Everyone calmed down. During class, the students complained, why is period 5 physical education? I'm so sleepy. I want to play soccer. But today we have to play badminton again. I don't want to go to the changing room. Why? Meanwhile, Da-hee remembered how Kang Lim once asked, I have a meeting with my friend, so I need to dress nicely. Wait, when he asked me to help pick clothes, was that to go out with her? Where could they have gone? They haven't known each other long. What kind of relationship do they have? Sure, she's a professional player and he's a game addict, but still, aren't they too close? Of course, I don't care whether they're close or not. I'm just worried about why she's getting so close to Kang Lim. Her classmates saw her spacing out and asked, Da-hee, are you all right? She was startled. Nothing. Da-hee gathered her courage to speak. There's something I want to ask. The two friends already understood. It must be dating. When a boy and a girl go out together on the weekend, they must be in a romantic relationship. Even if it's just helping to pick a gift, that's already obvious. They must be close. Both of them looked at her inquisitively. Wait, what is this? Whose matter is this? Could it be that Da-hee has her eyes on someone already? She denied. No, it's not me. They didn't seem to believe her much. Really? You're asking because you care about him, right? Your face shows it all. It's not just simple curiosity. Da-hee blushed and protested. I told you it's not like that. It's not. I've lived abroad for a long time, so my view on dating is a little different. Both of them stopped giving her a hard time. All right, I hope it's not Ho-chun, right? How could we ever beat Da-hee? They left despite Da-hee shouting behind them. You two. Hey, you two, are you even listening to me? she suddenly noticed. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Even Young-ah said so. There's no way I'd like Kang Lim. I was only paying attention to him because I had to cheer for Young-ah. No, that's not it. I don't care at all. It's really annoying. It's all because of her. I don't know what we'll compete in, but I'll definitely win no matter what. The whole class gathered at the gym. The teacher announced, everyone pair up for practice. There will be a physical test next week, so practice hard. The students started badminton class. Siren took this opportunity to suggest, this is a good chance. Let's compete with each other. Dahi was shocked. Huh, badminton? I've never played before. Is this okay? She answered based on theory. In sports, the most important thing is still thinking. I'm just worried I might have too much of an advantage. She smirked coldly, so confident. All right. Yang-su received the news and immediately called his comrades. I think Dahi and Cha Siren will compete. Overhear my subordinate. He worried. Oh God. What should I do with them? Both of them stepped onto the badminton court. The classmates were curious. Rosantia is good at real sports too. After all, we call it esports. Maybe reflexes are also very important in sports. But the opponent is Dahi. She conquered all the clubs in one day. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. This will definitely be a memorable match. Dahi held the shuttlecock and shouted, I'm serving. She jumped high and hit the shuttle toward her opponent. Siren couldn't return the first shot. Dahi and the whole group were stunned. Even the return shot Siren couldn't handle. The score currently has Dahi leading with 21 points, and she hasn't scored any. She finally got frustrated. Where did you get that confidence from? Siren collapsed. It seems I made a mistake. They say at a high level intelligence is more important than physical strength. Anyway, you played very well. I acknowledge you. Dahi corrected. It's not just that you're terrible at badminton. At least you should be aware of it. What are you acknowledging? The classmates joined in. Siren, you played terribly. You're different in real life than on screen. I didn't expect you to be like us except for gaming. She felt a little embarrassed. Really? The friendly boys invited. Come here. I'll teach you the basics. You're playing terribly. We know what you intend. Just let Ho-chun handle it. Kang Lim tried to scold Dahi. Why didn't you go easy? Why so serious? She was annoyed. Hey, whose side are you on? He hinted. No, you two are very similar. At first glance you might look very different. But you are very alike. She also had a not so good past in school. At first glance she just looks confident, but actually she is very worried. She also has a big ego just like you. And it's also my fault. I caused her to misunderstand, which led to this situation. So don't argue anymore and try to get along. Dahi was still sulking and didn't bother to glance at Kang Lim. While Siren was being guided by classmates on how to play badminton. Like this, he praised. Very good. I only showed a little, but you picked it up well. She practiced so intensely that her face was drenched in sweat. A classmate probed. You know Kang Lim, right? Siren said. Huh, yes, we happened to meet at the PC cafe. Ho-chun asked. What kind of person is he? She was surprised. What do you mean? What kind of person is he? He clarified. What do you think about him? Realizing she might have over-explained, Ho-chun quickly apologized. I just asked randomly and spoke too bluntly. But I don't really know anything about him. Dahi stepped up to evaluate. She already has more proper movements after practicing. She hesitated. Actually, I won easily. If you want, I could not count it. She refused. No, I completely lost. Don't act like it's just because you're better than me. Dahi got annoyed again. I'm trying to be friendly. The two started arguing. Stop talking. It means the match is over, right? The rule is best 2 out of 3. Didn't I say? She said that because she couldn't accept losing, right? Dahi questioned. If you lose again, will you say best 3 out of 5? The classmates behind were excited. What? Just finished one match and you want to compete again? Siren wasn't very interested. I think we need something that lets us compete fairly, a classmate suggested. How about this? Kang Lim smiled, satisfied seeing the atmosphere relax a bit. At the end of school, Dahi tiredly complained. Today was full of meaningless things. She kept challenging me whenever she had the chance. Suddenly she spotted a male student blocking Siren's way. There you are. We've been looking for you everywhere. The two behind teased. What's up? Are you trying to avoid us? Can you appear in our channel just once? YouTube's algorithm will push us to trending, and we'll become famous. It would be great if Rosantia joins. If Rosantia